What's up, everybody?
Sorry.
Ringside Seat, episode 14.
Oh, jeez.
The official WrestleMania 42 preview. Brian Attard, Brian Dunn will be joined this evening by Lou Bertasia, special guest. Joe Rickson will be on momentarily. They're jumping on with us just in a second or two here. Mr. Dunn, how are you?
Tired, but good.
You look flyered up.
I'm flyered up. I'm trying to get mania'd up. But
well, I'm as you can see by my hat, I am currently watching the Calgary Flames.
He's in draft mode, people.
Yeah, ping pong balls. As of tomorrow, we're going to pretty much control my mental health for the next couple of weeks. That's just kind of the nature of things here. Ringside Seat, powered by the Sportsbox Network. Like, follow, and share. If you're on Facebook, like, follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. We always appreciate that. I know a couple of you are. We have quite a bit to go over. Now, Don, you came in a little bit late last show, so I want to give you the floor a little bit here. The beginning topic of 2 weeks ago was your favorite Mania moments, maybe least favorite Mania/Mania moments. You did not get a chance to share that with the people, so I want to give you the floor while we're waiting for Lou.
Okay, so favorite Mania will always be the first one I ever went to, which was 15 in Philadelphia. The one 2 years ago in Philly was good. Brought my son. It was a good experience. Night 1 and night 2 was good. 15 was just pinnacle because it was Attitude at its finest. You had Rock, Stone Cold main event. Some other decent matches, but it was just it was an experience like no other. I've been to other, I don't know if you guys remember these, but In Your Houses. Mm-hmm. I think Mind Games was in Philly. I'm trying to think of some other ones, but WrestleMania is just bigger. It's the biggest. It's the Super Bowl wrestling. So, favorite WrestleMania moments? There's a lot. I have to say, I'm going to spin it like this. And I was watching something earlier today. I think, still to this day, that no one will top this. And I'm playing favorite to him. But Shawn Michaels may have had the best trio of WrestleManias in a row when he did Undertaker, Ric Flair. Every match was solid. Mm-hmm. He was an older version of himself at the time. Yes, we knew Ric Flair was retiring, but it was emotional. It was good wrestling. It was storytelling. I don't have to say anything about The Undertaker. You can even throw Triple H further down the road when he got involved and Michaels was the referee. But those, I mean, you and I grew up during the Attitude Era. So we will always favorite those guys over the PG era or even today's modern era. A lot of Mania moments come from, I think, the Attitude Era. So
I don't know if you had a chance to watch it or not, but the cold open for Saturday was released on X, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and it's kind of a compilation or a collage of wrestlers and famous people talking about favorite Mania moments, and it's like the crazy part about it is it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Like the way the timeline of wrestling goes, right?
Time flies.
Yeah, but I can think I remember Austin Rock at 15 and Austin Michaels at 14 and WrestleMania 12 and even going back before that. But that was like 35 years ago at this point, right?
Yeah,
so
it's hard to believe that, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I felt like yesterday I was in high school going to that, or middle school, whatever it was. I think it was in middle school. Going to that, buying my DX 2-word suck it jersey at 15, watching my father shred it with scissors the next day. That was kind of heartbreaking, but yeah, it was a memory that I'll never forget. It was a bonding experience for me, my brother, and my cousin at the time. And I know, going in the next day, Monday, and talking about it in school was just, like, you don't forget those things.
I remember I was in 9th grade, so this was 99, and I wore the DX shirt to one of my U.S. history class, And the teacher's like, you wear that kind of shirt to my class? I said, well, sir, it's edited. It's censored. There's
Yeah.
asterisks.
It has the little asterisk over it.
It's just like we grew up in the, in the crotch chop era. That's what we did. I was just, but I just, it's crazy just to think.
He gave you crap for that though?
Like, yeah, seriously? I think it was half joking because I was the smart kid. Like I wasn't the troublemaker.
Yeah,
by any means.
I
was his prize pupil. So whatever. But it was just like, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. And you think about like, because it's entertainment, right? It's the same genre as music. Like we all think the music of our certain generations was better than the one from before that. But like, I wonder like how kids today look at wrestling and they play the video games and like, oh, look, it's Harley Race. Oh, look, it's Coco Beware. Like,
and we love that about the game, that they bring so many of the old characters in.
Demolition's in the game this year. Like,
yeah, but like, at the same, at the same time, is that my speaker going?
No, you're good.
At the same time, you look at the roster, and then like, I don't know. So it's still weird to me that like some of these guys they're legends now in the game. It's just it's very surreal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Want to get started here before the boys jump in and just kind of get your feel, just your general thoughts on the buildup, right? We were talking about this over the last couple of days, especially after the end of Raw. And I feel as though I've been unfortunately proven correct that at least on the Punk Roman side, that they really did that. Like they went at it so hard in that first post Rumble Raw in Philly where I was, that it was never going to match up to that. And I think that it has lost a lot of steam. Like they've tried to incorporate different things, but it's lost a lot of steam.
Without a doubt.
Right. And we'll get to a couple other things. I think they've tried to inject so many different things to try to get it to be, a bigger event, and whether it's a ticket sale thing or whatnot.
And it's not hitting the way it should because of the fact that they went so. I mean, you and I reference this all the time. There's nothing more other than maybe possibly, and they're not going to do this. I would doubt it because it's not Attitude Era. There's nothing more than spitting into someone's face as disrespect, other than saying, I hate you. So to lead off a story mode heading into your biggest pay-per-view of the year with the first Raw and SmackDown after Royal Rumble saying, I hate you is just, it's pushy, if I can say that. The Cody situation, I kind of was hoping for a different angle. I don't know. I'm not all in on this TKO, the business has changed kind of deal. I was hoping we put. It's fine that Randy did what he did to Cody. Okay, he beat the shit out of him. I'm gonna have to let the dog in a minute. But what I would have liked to seen, and I was talking to somebody at work about this, is Randy going and saying, "Well, you were my pupil and all this stuff, but you took your ball and left." Just like your daddy did in NWA and all this stuff. He went to Vince and you went to AEW and blah, 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 blah. And that segment, I feel like, could have escalated things more. And now Randy's saying, well, now you come back and you think you're at my place and my show now. Like, this is my destiny to get the 15 championships. This is not yours. You're the golden boy and I'm the chosen one. Like, I like that approach. And yes, it does sell it for itself. I agree. I think WWE's problem is timing. And I can honestly say with last year's WrestleMania, and unfortunately they're back in Vegas again this year, that's what's their problem.
I've made this comment to the group chat a couple times, and
I'm just going to let the dog in. I'm listening.
I think what we're seeing right now is the comment that I made is kind of coming true. as Lou's about to pop on. 1 second. There he is.
Sorry, I'm late, boys. Sorry.
No, listen, that's okay. Listen, wrestling, just the show must go on, right? Until, we figure out the lighting situation. Don's putting the dog out. He's just coming back. So we were just talking about the build up and how it's kind of like, teetered off. It kind of started hot and kind of got to where it's going to. And you're going to remember this because Morella kind of lit me up for this comment, but I really do think that this year especially is proving true, is that the Rumble is Halloween and Chamber is Thanksgiving and Christmas is WrestleMania. And immediately after Halloween, we start planning for Christmas. And yes, Thanksgiving's there and it's great. And no one knows, whatever. It becomes a nuisance along the way. And I think what's happened, at least this year, is because there was so much time between Rumble and Mania, and you went so hard from the start, that everything kind of lost its steam because you had to do it sooner. And I'm not necessarily saying this is a social media generation thing and a lack of attention span kind of thing or whatever it is. I'm not saying that. But what I mean is there's only so much build you can do to something when you have to fill 8 weeks, if not longer, right? Like or more than that. So especially now WrestleMania is a bit later this year than normal as well. I think that's part of it.
Last year too was like in the teens.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
I think what they're trying to do, and it's getting a little early, is they don't. WrestleMania 40 night 1 was cold, as we all know, right? So I think when they want to get to outdoor stadiums again, they want it to be a little bit late. It was brutally hot in South Jersey today. I was very uncomfortable. This is not good for the summertime. But they want to get it to that point where nobody's wearing, coats and 6 layers like Paul McCree at WrestleMania night 1 because they're freezing. They don't want to do that anymore. But I don't know what you do, but it's going to be difficult when you have to fill 2 full nights of television for 8-9 weeks leading up to, and what the matches are. Like, there's only so many times you can tell someone I don't like you. Like,
right.
And it didn't jump the shark for me. Again, I always watch it, but like we were texting after Raw, it feels bad. Like it feels like they're out of ideas. It feels like that. And I hated being right about that, but I really think that I was right about that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the time in between Rumble and Mania, it definitely hurts, especially like they just feel, even at the Rumble they still felt lost. You know what I mean? Like maybe if like the compelling, and we talked about this on the last show, like there's not a compelling character anymore. There's really not, unless you're like a super fan of like, some people I know, CM Punk. Unless you're like a super fan, you're not. There's nothing really that's like hooking us to WWE right now. And I don't really know what it is because like, maybe the internet wrestling community has something to do with it, with all the crap about the ticket prices. And, nowadays, before the internet, you could let Monday Night Raw cook from week to week. But then at the same time, now with so much like, we know these guys, they share their personal stories. We know that they're friends. Like, I think the kayfabe, losing kayfabe hurts the business as well. Because, like, you just know that they're friends. Damian Priest is friends with Jey Uso, let's just say. And like, they have cigars together. They go to bars together. So it's like, there's just, I think, like, the hook is just gone from WWE right now. And I don't really know what they can do about it. Because even if Mania was April 1st, they still were lost up to that point. It's just they've had 3 weeks to try to do something else, and they haven't been able to do that either.
I don't recall it getting this. It's been a while, right? Since like Raw has been, I don't want to use the word a chore. Like I don't want it to, that's not what I mean, right? But like it hasn't grabbed you, right? And I don't know if it's, I don't know. So if you look at it from the past 2 years, right? Like the lead up to 40 and 40 was like, I think this moment in time where everything just came together perfectly and they didn't even mean for it to happen that way. And that's probably the most organic thing. And it was just so good. And the problem with when you become a victim of your own success is like now you start to set that expectation. And when you go and you do these things, we're going to have bigger gates and this is the biggest event and this at a third and always gets bigger every year. to give you an analogy into corporate, again, I'm an investment guy, right? Into the corporate world. When a company has a blowout year or blowout quarter, they're expected to grow more and more. So when you don't, so you could have this amazing quarter and your stock does great leading into it, but you don't blow it out of the water, so the stock drops. Not because you had a great quarter, but it wasn't that much better than last quarter. So now we have worrying about if you're going to continue to grow. Like the law of large numbers, I guess, is maybe the way to think about it. It's not the best example, but the idea is they are victims of their own success. They were so good, semi out of nowhere at 40, and then midway through that year into 41 became the John Cena retirement tour, which just cast a cloud over everything. This idea that like the whole thing, and I said this to you, felt like everything was on hold.
Yeah.
Until this was done.
Yeah.
And like it gave them that rocking chair moment of, okay, we'll just do this for a year. Okay, feet up, we're good. That a lot of stuff, the biggest thing for me is like stuff has become, it feels more and more disjointed from each other, especially compared to things really started to feel interwoven. And now they don't feel quite a bit. I think there's some, which we'll get to. But I'm the first person to say, like, I was really disappointed in the close to Raw, and I don't want to be. Like, that's a match I'm looking forward to. Not necessarily to like the ending. I feel like I'm not going to like the ending, but my guy is in the official main event, Anthony Morello of WrestleMania, right? So it just, I can't put my finger exactly on why. Like, are they trying to do too much in this time in the world where, we're not going to show it, but Roman had an unbelievable promo today on social media, and you can do things on social media you can't just do on TV. Like that was great. Like I think that more of that would be good, especially if you're going. But to your point, like they're leaning into this death of kayfabe, man. Like they're doing unreal. Like they're not hiding from any of this. So it's not as if we killed it and now they're pissing on its grave. Like they're done with it. Like we're not going to try because what's the point?
But then also too, like even leading into like Cody finishing the story was the main marquee item of WWE. And for the most part, like we were all invested in that. Whether you like really wanted to see Cody finish the story, or even if you were against it, you still like it's like the Floyd Mayweather effect. He got paid so much money because people either loved him or paid to see him lose. Either way, Cody Rhodes finishing his story was the hook. Then what happens is for 41, the John Cena heel turn had The Rock. I think the cloud of John Cena turning heel and the retirement tour, that Rock of, oh my God, The Rock is going to show up. And, WWE has now, they've gone, maybe it's a product of their own success too, where they show the bug and then the music hits. So it's like, we're always waiting for like that moment to happen after the bug. It's like, if The Rock doesn't come back, if somebody big doesn't come back, if something doesn't happen, it's like they haven't built enough guys to be the hook. And that's the bottom line. I love Roman Reigns because I really, really do. I love Roman Reigns. I love CM Punk, but they're at the end, man. They're really, really at the end, and we can sniff it. And it's what I was telling you guys before. If Roman wins, he's a part-timer. Brock Lesnar is a part-timer. John Cena was a part-timer. All these part-timers are taking the main events, except for, CM Punk and Cody Rhodes and those guys. But like the marquee guys, they're all main eventers, man. So now we've gotten used to being the champion not being on TV every single week. It's like, well, what are we really doing? Now the stories are not disjointed because they were on this long-term storytelling. Then it was, John Cena appeared on the truck in clip 15. They made John Cena have an appearance like 2 weeks later so now it's like everything is happening. We're on to the game. And then when it doesn't happen, to your point earlier about perception and reality, now it sucks because we invented a scenario that we entered the scenario and it didn't go out that way. So now it sucks, but it sucks.
Well, so here's, okay. So again, whether they intended to it or not, right? Before 40, we saw the side of a truck with Cena and Austin. Okay. I see what you're trying to do. And then we get The Undertaker instead of Austin at Mania. Now, again, it was supposed to be Austin. It wasn't. That's going to bother me till the day I die because I was there for that. And that would have been insane. But look, Undertaker was there. That was great.
Yes.
That was great in a vacuum. Yes. Unfortunately, our perception of the pre-reality was it was going to be something bigger. So
Yeah.
although it's big, it's not big enough, so it's not good. Same
Right.
idea. Apple only sold 50 billion iPhones and not 55. Not good.
Right.
You know, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
and 40 may have been like when all is said and done, 40 may be the apex in the history and annals of WWE, because they not only did they have the Avengers.
I apologize.
Not only did they have the Avengers finale, they had the build up to the Avengers finale. It's like you're gonna have a hard time for the rest of your days. It's either gonna be the same thing just with different characters, or you're never gonna reach that level of wow, that was amazing. So it's a catch-22. They built themselves up too much, I think.
we're gonna get into like the main event matches and the how and everything. So I go back to I think like they've tried to go a bunch of different directions in the Punk Roman build since the beginning to try to recapture it, and they failed every single time. Like to go from the personal "I hate you" to the family thing, and then Punk's against the other Samoans, and now at the end it's like, well, I hate you because all these great things that you are. I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know where you're going with that. That was an extremely just
Trash.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Like it just, I
Was
hate
it-
you. I
was it
hate
me or
you
you?
because I envy you because
Who was it that put it in the chat like almost instantaneously that this is bad? I think it was me or you, one of us.
It's
Horrible.
a stretch, man. It's a stretch beyond stretching.
We were just talking about the fact that, like, you're talking about, remember the analogy that I gave that Morella hates, that I said that Rumble's Halloween and Chamber is Thanksgiving and then Christmas is Mania, and how like we overlook Thanksgiving. We do it, but it's not like, like November 1st, the Christmas tree's out. Like that's just,
True.
I feel this year above all has like really just kind of typified that, because and just Cody dropping the belt, getting it back for obvious reasons. Like I just feel like, and we'll get to, I want to lead into this topic too.
I feel like this is the Christmas I got a savings bond instead of the friggin' new video game I wanted. You know what I mean? It's just terrible.
Well, actually, it pisses me off because this should be great for me. This should be awesome. This is, and it's not, and it's like
not.
No,
it doesn't. It's not hitting.
It's not. The things are not landing the way they want them to land, and I really want your take on this, right? So, you think of like the most successful periods of WWE is when there is this visible / invisible hand of authority over top of things, right? So whether that's the Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, or the Authority, or the way The Rock pretty overtly said, I'm your boss going into 40, like that always has a positive impact, right? Now you hear about, McAfee was sent into the story by TKO. And all these things are happening because things are coming down above, and then Punk's in the ring and Cody's in the ring, kind of shooting off the hip about, kiss my ass. And I like the fact that I don't know. That's one thing I will actually, this is fine. Is this part of it that is real, in that there is an internal power struggle between the people that are running a professional wrestling business and the people above them that own entertainment that may not know how to run a professional wrestling business? Or is it the idea of, well, they're telling us what to do, so this is why this is going on. We don't like them either. Like creating your final boss-ish overlord, R.E. Emmanuel.
So this is
your take. Like, is what we are seeing legitimate, or are we being worked?
This is the brilliance of the term kayfabe again. We don't know what's real and we don't know what's not, right? So, I mean, I saw something the other day. It was posted on something. And they already had a Survivor Series matchup: Team WWE versus Team TKO. Are you kidding me? Like, is this what we got? We're going back to the corporation days. Like, I feel like
I
somebody
didn't
up
see
in
that.
Stanford.
Was that on
It was,
Twitter?
it was
Let
social
me just
media.
tell you, the teams are wild. It's not who you think. Okay, yeah, you got Cody and Punk on one side. You'll never guess who's on their teammates, but
Listen,
one
this is
one isn't even in the company. Number one,
perception, reality perception done. This is somebody's idea that they're going to try to take credit.
I know, and they're gonna try and just throwing stuff at the wall. But like, what I don't understand is, and I showed my son the video tonight of Cody going in, and McAfee's threatening to fire this guy because the guy that was the janitor. I don't know if you guys saw the video where Cody smashed the signed Babe Ruth bat that McAfee has. He smashed
his setup where his podcast
setup.
setup.
It wasn't even that much. It was the picture of he smashed Pat McAfee's face and Randy Orton's on like it was like a poster, but like the plexiglass or whatever. And then he took the laptop. He said something to him. I think he said, like, make sure Pat gets this message, and he slammed it on the ground or something, and he walked out. Now, I listened to Pat's spin on it, saying that Cody's an effing animal. And this is on ESPN. They're not bleeping it or anything. So now I'm like, ESPN, Disney, his show's on during the day. And it's on ESPN. And
is it
cursing.
all on ESPN or is it part on ESPN?
No, this when he said this and this was streamed, it was on ESPN during the day at like noon. And
doesn't he have like liberty though to like do whatever he wants on that show?
I guess maybe he does now with TKO. I have no idea, but I don't get the whole McAfee thing though. Like, I don't understand it. How do you just pick of all people him?
Well, but see, okay,
I don't. But it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but Brian, but again, if you're working and you want to create this overlord villain, the way to piss off wrestling fans is no, this doesn't make sense. So it has
but what
to
I'm saying is there's a persona of him when he's on his show and people like him and all this stuff. Now he's playing this evil role as well on his show now. What's that going to do for his viewers? Like, is he just now, like, are you really going to still talk about sports and be normal and then be this asshole in wrestling? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
but let's not forget Mania is on ESPN.
Right.
So they're all in bed with each other now. I mean, it's all...
Correct.
But what I'm saying is, again, is we always get mad when things don't make sense. So...
Doesn't make any sense.
If it's coming from a non-pro wrestling entity that doesn't really get it, and they're interjecting McAfee for their perception of A, star power, or B, cross promo with another entity that they're running anyway, again, like, it makes sense because it doesn't.
It makes sense because of the fact that out of all the shows that are on there, number one, Stephen A. Smith is terrible. Number one. But
he might run for president, apparently.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah, well, he better go, I don't know, talk about LeBron more or something, you know what I mean? So, McAfee's show is by far one of the best and most popular. It has been for a while. I mean, people were dying for him to come back to a WWE event. Now that he is kind of the face of ESPN's, like, talk shows, maybe that is the angle. I don't know, but...
Well,
I think there's still something else brewing, though. I've been on the camp where Pat McAfee can't be the final reveal of that happening. There's no way, because even if you want to bring somebody from the outside world to like bring just at least the eyes that he will bring, it doesn't make sense in the wrestling world. It just doesn't make sense because like he's not a royal. He's all the lead up with wrestling has more than one royal family. He's not in the lineage of anything of royal family with wrestling. He's not. So that's the part where it's like, brother, what are we doing? Again, I think something else is brewing. I think he's like the lead up. He's like the Robin to whatever Batman is coming at WrestleMania to help Cody. Because then he said also, if Randy loses, he's not going to appear on WWE ever again. And they may not, want that to happen because he does bring in eyes. So it's like I do think something else is brewing. I'm not quite sure what, but I think so. I really do.
I want to get there. I have some thoughts on a lot of this that leads into the matches. I don't necessarily want to jump the gun on that.
No, yeah.
Before we get into the actual match by match, which we're going to do, my solo for the
some of them are going to be quick predictions.
I guess they are. So I don't know if you've noticed this. Maybe you have. I'm on social media a lot for various reasons. I have a lot of free time at work. It's always been this way, but I feel it's really been stepped up the last couple of weeks, where the AEW fan, not the wrestling fan, not the I watch both, the AEW I hate WWE fan that also hates deodorant. That fan that hasn't had a shower unless it's raining fan, right? Every little thing is the death of WWE, how horrible WWE. Okay. So, somebody had a sign at Dynamite. Oh, this is what the nosebleeds at WrestleMania cost. And to me, I'm like, okay, so here's why you don't get wrestling, right? And the way that this works. Number one, you're telling me you're poor, which is fine. Nothing's wrong with that. Own it, right? But number two, I've always found that if I want to go see a minor league game, it costs less than a major league game. So you're owning yourself, okay? Yes, if I want to go see the Trenton Thunder, whatever they're calling themselves, or I want to go
over the Yankees.
I want to go see the Hartford Wolfpack against the Philadelphia the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, or I want to go watch the XFL, or they're calling it these days. Yeah, it's going to be $15. But if I want to go to Yankee Stadium and sit behind the plate, some of you might need to give blood. Like that's what it's going to cost you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to give a kidney up.
Listen, you know what? I saw somebody posting Flyers playoff tickets today in the lower bowl for the second home game for $200. They stuff like, I pay that now to go to a regular game against some trash team in November. So I don't. Whatever. Okay, fine. It is what it is. But they jump on the ticket prices as, WWE sucks. Well, okay, premium product, premium price. I hate that you have an Android. Number two.
Jeez,
they jumped on this whole Janelle Grant thing.
Not him going after
and they're so pro Janelle Grant. They're all liars. You're all supporting a company that allowed this to happen. You don't give a shit about this girl and what she did and didn't do. You just want to take shots at WWE. Right. It's the fakest bullshit. Look, you want to watch your thing? I really don't care. I said from the jump, the majority of people they like the idea of AEW more than the actual practice, because in theory, it creates that second company that can push the first one to be better. Vince McMahon famously said, I think it was a year and a half after WCW went under, he's like, I wish it was still there, because it made them better and gave them a pool of people to work with. AEW has been a feeder system and a retirement home. That's what it's been.
Monday Night Wars. You'll never see another Monday Night Wars again.
But that's fine for winning. But these are the people that you need to acknowledge their existence, and they're going to keep doing this until you do, even though you don't care. They want their way. They don't care. If that's what you're a fan of Darby Allin being your world champion, who's I think smaller than me.
So fine. I want to get into that in a second.
Watch the bullshit you want to watch. Oh, well, that's not real wrestling. I'm like, okay, but more people watch it, so maybe you're the idiot.
I will give. So I woke up this morning and I went on YouTube and I saw that he won the belt, and I'm like, oh wow, maybe they actually did have a good main event. I think it was in Seattle, Washington, which is Darby's from there, and of course Daniel Bryan, whatever he wants to call himself these days, Daniel Bryan, Brian Daniel, freaking Elf, I don't know, but he was a guest.
Mr. Bella.
Well, she wears the pants in that family anyway, but
which you wore left. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So, I'm
sorry. I wish her sister wore less, as you were.
That tag team, we'll get into that. He was like special guest on the, next to the man with the mask and the other guy. I don't even know, Tony Schiavone, maybe, I don't know. And I'm like, oh wow, this might actually be a good match. You know how long the YouTube video was?
Like 5 minutes, if
5
that.
minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching the match, and they do their announcements and everything. Darby gets a good ovation. MJF comes out, and MJF, I will say, it should not be on that company. I'm sorry. He is so much better than the shit that they throw for some of the talent that they have on their rosters, if that's what they want to call it. But anyway, not to like jab at John Cena, but it was like the 5 moves of Cena in the entire match. I'm like, MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Friedman agreed that this is the like. If I'm Darby Allin, I'm embarrassed. You did 4 coffin drops and then a rear naked choke into a hammerlock pin, and I'm like, and then the celebration was like 2 minutes rushed. Sting comes out, congratulate him because that was his like apprentice or whatever you want to call it.
Why was Sting even there? I don't
That's
know.
like his protege. Darby's his protege.
He trained him and he guided him and all this stuff. Okay. And I'm like, okay, props to Darby, but you totally just went off the air. And you know what they were pushing more? Oh, we're going to be on tomorrow night on Thursday for a spring breakthrough. And I'm like, this is a title match.
Mm-hmm.
You want this guy who was one of your 4 pillars when you started this company, young pillars. You had Darby,
MJF,
Sammy Guevara, right? MJF, and I'm trying to think of the 4th one.
Britt Baker.
Well, I think it was Adam Page.
You remember that? Yeah, maybe it was Adam Page. But
I think it was Hangman.
This is how you congratulate him. And I'm just like, this. Like, I watched videos of this guy literally doing coffin drops into garbage cans full of fluorescent light tubes. Let me just tell you, people, I'm an electrician. They're not supposed to be shattered, number one. And it's not supposed to go into your back. It's insane what this guy's gone through.
Yeah.
And this is how they congratulate him.
And
I hate to say it, he'll be stripped of the title in 3 months. You heard it here first on Ringside Seat.
I hope he loses it in a week, but there's history to, like, I think the internet was saying that he jumped from each post to symbolize the 4 pillars, and then MJF apparently beat him with that little scoop move, like at 2 previous pay-per-views. So that's why he did it that way.
And listen, I like that. It's fine because people pick up on that and everything, but
it's only good if like if MJF, like, if his contract is expiring or something like that. Okay, but I don't know if you guys saw he had a fantastic match with Kenny Omega. That match was fantastic. It was fantastic. And then for you to do essentially a squash match, that made no sense. But Bright, for your tribalism, your AEW fan, I think like it goes. I was talking to somebody recently, like, just the world is divided on everything. It's like if Pepsi drinkers don't talk to Coke drinkers, and like if you like hockey, you don't like soccer, or if you like this, it's like we're so divided on everything, and it's even the case in wrestling. The AEW fan, while we all love wrestling too, but at the same time, like, we appreciate the storytelling, because the story is what makes the show compelling. You can have Joe Schmo fight Axel Rotten, okay, but what does that even mean? What are you doing? Is it a one-time appearance? And we spoke about this on one of the previous shows, that the idea of AEW was fantastic, but then they started just going ham with appearances from the guys that WWE cut. They were on AEW the next week. I will never forgive, and I think this is the point where I gave up on AEW, when they had Adam Cole baby and Bryan Danielson debut in the same
pay-per-view. Same night.
I was like, bro, in the same segment.
Yeah.
Cole came out. He joined up with Kenny Omega. And then Danielson came out. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. At the time, Danielson was like the hottest name. They were both. He
came out to like help out like the Jungle Express or whatever the hell their name is.
Cole turned heel with Kenny Omega's group, and then Bryan came out. But it's like AEW just went overboard on the hiring ex-WWE guys and the non-storytelling. So when you are a quote-unquote loyalist to Pepsi, you're going to disregard everything Coke. So if you're loyal to AEW, you're going to just disregard everything WWE. And I guess who lost, Brian? Who didn't? Who lost?
No. Calgary scored a goal.
Calgary won.
No. It's 1-0 Calgary. Okay, so if you
you
don't
go.
know, you don't care, right? But if you're a Rangers fan, you really need the Flames to win this game because it helps your draft position. If the Flames win, I am a happy camper. Well, a happier camper. The Flames are up 1-0. Let's go.
You said they were locked into 6, though, right?
Watching this, apparently.
You said they were locked into 6 at the worst
So
case
the way it
scenario?
works right now is the Rangers are in the 4 spot, meaning they can drop to 6. They can also go to 1. Your odds are better at 3 to go to 1 or maybe drop to 5.
Sure.
If the Flames win this game, the Rangers have the tiebreaker in a bad way over the Rangers. The Rangers will go up to 3. It's guarantees top 5 pick. These are
Crazy day in hockey. It's a crazy day in hockey when the number 1 team in the state of New York is Buffalo. That's all I'm gonna say. Because the only thing Buffalo knows for is the Bills, and that's it.
Look, there's one hockey team in New York.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, there's one hockey team in New York.
There's
one baseball team in New York. I don't want to hear about it.
Well, that's a fact. That other team is
the Mets are AEW. No, but they really want you to acknowledge who they are, but like it's just like
the Mets are Pepsi.
They really just like we're here too, guys. That's cool. We don't give a shit.
You know what I don't understand? So at the end of the day, both whether you're a fan of TNA, New Japan, AEW, WWE, you're a wrestling fan, right? How can you sit there and watch a product that literally tries to mock a company that has been around for how long now?
AEW's been around for a minute now.
No. AEW mocked WWE.
Yeah. Well, without one, the other doesn't exist. No, I completely agree.
If it wasn't for WWE, there would be no AEW. That's what I'm saying.
There are wrestling Twitter accounts who will tell you like how many minutes of wrestling are on each show.
Sure.
Oh my God.
And it's like, I'm 42, so maybe like I see things differently because of when I came up. But I always thought that like the TV shows were meant to sell the pay-per-views where the wrestling matches actually happened. What never happened to that, right? Like when I'm watching, they call it a promo because it's promotional.
Promotional
to a fight on pay-per-view, not free television. Like the matches on free television were meant to get you to want to care enough to spend money. Hey, Joe Rickson, I'm glad you're coming because I had something for you in a minute. We're talking We're talking about the toxicity of the tribal AEW fan that doesn't shower. Right? But it's like to tell me, oh, Raw only had 7 minutes of wrestling. I'm like, Raw was okay. I didn't miss a random match between random person A and B.
When I was at AEW, the first 30 minutes was good. And then the other 2 hours was just random dudes coming into the ring, shaking hands, and wrestling each other.
I'm sorry.
I had no idea who anybody was. I had no idea what was happening. It was just
the Kings have scored.
It was just I don't even know. Like I don't even know. I have no idea how you can watch AEW and go, this is the superior product.
Joe, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's like your best Italian restaurant you ever been to? You can just throw one out there.
Oh, I've been to a lot of good ones.
Just name one.
I'm
gonna get close for this one too.
It's tough.
Just pick one.
What was the question? I missed the question.
I'm gonna go Italian steakhouse. I'm gonna say the Palm. I'm gonna say an Italian steakhouse.
The pub.
The Palm. P-A-L.
Oh, the Palm. Oh, the Palm. Okay.
Yes.
Lou, any
New
of them?
York, yeah.
What was the question? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Best Italian or best restaurant?
Best restaurant I've ever been to?
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, but there was a restaurant in Puerto Rico that
Brian,
sat
I
on
think
a
you know where I'm
pier.
going with this.
It sat on the pier, and we were looking at the Caribbean Sea was like literally right underneath us.
Okay.
And they had the best. We call them empanadillas. It's like
Gourmet
a meat
though,
pie.
right? Gourmet.
Oh yeah, gourmet. Sure.
Brian, best Italian restaurant you ever been to?
I've been to Emilio's Bellato in New York, which apparently
AEW
hard to get into.
is the Olive Garden of Italian restaurants.
Which is funny because you would think it would be the other way.
Olive Garden,
No,
that's
it's
great.
not.
But hold on a second. But that's
You're
the thing
welcome.
is WWE's product is meant to be accessible to as many people as possible. That's why there's so many different things. Whereas AEW hits that niche. I know 17 guys that had a match and a half in New Japan.
Yeah. No, it's still Olive Garden.
I Show Speed has a
listen,
match, right? I mean, like, this is what it's meant to be the McDonald's.
Like Joe said,
Yeah.
the first 30 minutes, that's when you get the breadsticks and the endless salad. Once you get to the meal and you're like, oh my God, is this Prego? You know what I mean? That's AEW.
I never my favorite Joe Rick's AEW story. We were at the Garden just talking because our teams both suck.
I think he's.
My internet went on.
No, you're good. You're good. And he's like, I went to this thing and like he's like, oh, you know who this is? I'm like, I don't know who the hell that is. No, like, oh, you don't watch wrestling? I'm like, I do. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I don't know who anybody is, but I do not know how you can watch both things and say the AEW is the better product. I just don't. I don't know what goes through your head. I don't know what. I question your judgment on anything else in your life.
It's counterculture. It's the desire to be different. And it's the desire to be different and be acknowledged and celebrated for being different. It's very much a sign of the times in the country.
Yeah. No, it is. Lou said it best earlier. Excuse me.
No, you're good. Joe, I know you're coming in late. Were there any thoughts on the build-up or if we're being worked with this TKO versus WWE thing before we go into the actual matches?
I mean, I have zero faith that they'll do anything that we want or like. I mean, we talked last week about how who could be on the phone, and Brian, you made the best point of the night. It could be something really cool, or it could more than likely be something really stupid. And of course, it was the thing that was the most stupid. And so I have zero confidence that they will make the right decision about anything. I just assume that they're going to roll something out. It's going to be half-assed and not going to be good. So I think we're being. I'll lean that we're being worked until they actually do something. That'll be my position on that.
Before we get into the matches, because I think we're going to go relatively quickly, and the first match actually is going to have this person. Of the 4 men and women who left WrestleMania 41 as your major champions, 3 of them are not on the card. And the only one that is in the first match of the night on Saturday, which is a throw people in match. The Vision and I Show Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. First thing, before I get into this, I saw one of these pro AEW people say, and they had this picture of all of the celebrities that have been in the past, like I think 10 WrestleManias, and like, oh, WrestleMania is not for the wrestlers anymore. And I tweeted back, Mr. T was in the main event of WrestleMania 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all I said.
I don't know how your Twitter's not more.
Pretty sure Cyndi Lauper was helping somebody that day too.
Girls just want to have fun. What do you mean?
Yeah. We need to start promoting your Twitter, Brian, because you should be internet famous by now.
I have no time or tolerance for anyone. And my favorite part about it is like I have Rangers fans who hate my Rangers page because I call them morons and I tell them why. Specifically why too. Like I don't leave it very vague. Like I'm very specific about it.
I'm not big on the whole. I mean, it's entertainment now, but getting Hollywood and all these celebrities involved, but it's obviously worked since a long time ago, Mr. T. I'm just saying. So you AEW fans, maybe no celebrity wants anything to do with AEW.
No, they got the Boom guy.
Who?
They do.
The guy with the boom and the kid.
Boom, boom.
Oh. The guy, the kid that does the thing, whatever. He was famous.
No, the Rizzler.
That kid. That little kid is.
That kid needs Ozempic, is what that kid needs. before they tried.
They would rather IOC be some New Japan guy that no one's ever heard of, so they can do the thing they do at every AEW show. Oh, what? You don't know who this absolutely obscure wrestler is that you would only know if you didn't have a life and only watched YouTube videos of wrestling for 7 hours a day? It's that like bizarre sense of superiority. They like that. That's who they are. So they say, oh, it's not about the wrestling. They would rather watch a product that makes them feel superior because they have nothing else in life that brings them joy than to just enjoy the entertainment of what this is. We don't really like it either, but it is what it is. Okay.
AEW gave me Jade Cargill, bro. That's all I need to know from AEW.
Joe,
That's
you don't know this wrestler? You don't know that guy?
It's insane to me.
Hold on, wait. Do you know what that is?
Is that LA Knight?
It's I Show Speed in Japanese. I'm sorry, go ahead. I just threw in the translator.
I was gonna say, wasn't that wrestler like the Super G middleweight, superweight, and New Japan Cup winner, like whatever they have over there.
So this match too.
I saw CM Punk in AEW. Sorry, I fucking went.
Yeah. So did we.
Yeah.
So this match right here, like
they booed him. Do you remember, Lou? They booed him.
They did. I commented last time on the last show that I had a CM Punk shirt, and I felt dirty for wearing a CM Punk shirt to AEW at that time because it was like everybody was really booing him. Like, why are we booing CM Punk again? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? And like they looked at you like you were horrible for wearing the shirt. Like, come on, man.
But here's the thing: I asked the guy behind me why he was booing, and he went, "He's corporate," or some stupid answer like that.
Lou, did you take a shower within 4 days of that event?
I did. I took a shower.
You weren't dirty at all. You trust me. You were the cleanest person ever in the building.
I appreciate it. But this match right here, I'm not looking forward to it at all because number one, I Show Speed cost me the Royal Rumble. He was my number, so I will forever hold that grudge against I Show Speed. Well, and then we have two of the more recent could have been superstars and fizzled out with Jey Uso and LA Knight on the other side. Austin Theory could also never really live up to the hype, and Logan Paul, I like him. I personally am a fan of Logan Paul in WWE, but he is also like, there's something about him too. So this match is a filler. It's definitely a filler match just to get guys in.
Question.
And it's like, brother, put it this way. At least it's not the Wyatts in my book. If it was the Wyatt 6, brother, I would crash it out. But at least it's not them.
What's an I Show Speed?
He runs really fast for a streamer. That's what he does.
So in WrestleMania, what do we have tomorrow? What's WrestleMania or Saturday? What number are we up to now?
42.
42.
So in 43, are we going to have I Show Speed versus Boom in the main event of WrestleMania? Because if we do, Brian, I love this podcast. I'm out.
Depends on his contract with AEW.
They say he's been training though. They say he's been in the performance center hitting the ropes. So I don't know.
The social media influencing crap needs to. First off, if you're influenced by I Show Speed, I really hope you have a hobby. I really do.
It's the problem though. The people they're attracting are like these 15-year-olds that watch people play video games instead of actually playing the video games. That's who these people.
Yes.
That's who this.
Like Joe, my son will watch these kids play the games, but the difference is he'll actually then go play the game.
Yeah, man. There's a whole subculture of kids that just watch other people play video games. It's weird.
And there's apparently I don't know.
They donate. And they donate.
Do you guys know what a skibbity toilet is?
I just feel like all these kids are going to.
I'm
like
sorry.
20
I
years,
grew up to Super Mario Brothers.
All these kids in like 20 years are just going to be basically watching porn and never actually having sex because it's like that's basically what it is.
I don't even think they're going to do that.
The Doug Stanhope has a great bit about how this is going to be the first generation over the parents.
Michael Angle.
I want you to go
jelly roll. No more.
I want you to go out and have a good time. Like it's crazy, but I'm with you, Lou. I love Logan Paul, man. I'm all about it.
He's very good.
I think he's great. I know a lot of people don't like him. I mean,
he's athletic as hell.
Lou, we were at that show where I think he came out with the Charizard card around his neck, like the $1 million card. And I was like, this is awesome. I love every bit of this stupidity. Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like when he's in matches like this, I feel like he's just kind of wasted, right? Like he could be a fantastic heel if they wrote for him. I don't know if we're doing predictions yet, but I think the Usos and LA Knight win this. I think they have to give LA Knight and the Usos something.
Yeah. Well,
I think I'll be 3 pizza slices in by the time this match is over. That's my prediction.
This happens because they had nothing else for the division. They had nothing else for this. They had nothing else for LA Knight. So that's just, it's the stereotypical get him in a match at Mania.
I don't think they do win. You just put the titles on the division, right? Are you going to make your new tag team champions weak by losing a throwaway match at WrestleMania?
No, Speed takes the pin.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. Irrelevant.
LA Knight pins Speed.
You know, they put a stat out though that LA Knight crashed I Show Speed streaming. They got like 400 million views.
Dude, Uso was on somebody's podcast.
Killer Cameron.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, you sent me a Saturday WrestleMania guy." I'm censoring myself so I don't get fired from my job. You know, and he go. Apparently, he tried to. It looked like a fake punch, by the way. I saw the one. It looked like he let up. I'm just saying.
It was fake.
I does do that.
Tim says Speed pins Jay. that would really bury Gunther, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You know, I saw that clip, Brian, and I will say, you know, you have that 2000s hip hop knowledge, so I know you know who Cameron is. You should know who Cameron is.
Is that who that is?
Cameron, yeah.
Did he have one song?
He had Hey Mom,
Boy.
what's up? That's it.
Boy.
Oh, that one too.
Okay, fine.
Correction, he had one album.
When he said, I don't smell what the Usos are cooking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I was in tears. That was the funniest thing I heard all day today.
But if you watch that video, like when he pulls him over and he goes to hit him, that does not look like a real punch.
No,
so it's just, which is, listen, and that's fine.
Mike, we'll get to that. We'll get to that, Mike.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All good.
Throwaway match next.
Correct. Next up, I have a lot of trouble with this match, and I mentioned this to you last time we were talking. I just don't think that the commissioner can make a match and then say, oh, by the way, it's unsanctioned. I don't approve of this match I just made. Like, I just don't think that makes any sense.
It's Fatu.
Yeah, I think you have to have Jacob win this. Because you know, a lot the AEW person who thinks Danhausen sucks all of a sudden doing the same shtick he did there, but it's on a different show, so it must be terrible now. I think that like they have this wet dream of like Drew Galloway showing up on like Dynamite or whatever they're calling this Saturday.
Yeah,
because he's getting such a bit. It's pro wrestling. Well, guys lose. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine. They cash checks. So I don't think, again, I think this is you're gonna see a lot of really good spots in this match, but I think it's really meant to have Drew elevate Jacob do some crazy stuff. And he reminds me so much of Kevin Owens in that a guy that size should not be able to do the things that he does.
Yeah.
Very talented guy. I think that he can go to the moon. Like they really got a good one with him. I think Jacob wins the match for that reason. I don't think Drew needs to win this, and I think it actually might be the first of a few. I don't necessarily need to end this here. Like this could be your thing for a couple of months for both guys with nothing else to do.
I think this is a setup. When I saw this match and like how it happened, I think this may be the setup for Drew versus Aldis at possibly SummerSlam, because I think Drew's gonna go on his like little hi-hat of going on his complaining shtick of how this match wasn't sanctioned and I'm getting screwed again. And the commissioner, who do you think you are? And to have Nick come out, if he's not going to come out at WrestleMania, SummerSlam is your next biggest show. And that would be amazing to see him, you know, strap up the boots one more time. And they've been hinting at that too. So I can see them having a slobber knocker of a match.
Didn't he put his hands backstage on him or something? Like leading up to this? I feel like Drew like got in his face and like shoved him or something during this whole build up.
I think Jacob wins this so that Drew can go on his shtick of what are we doing here, and then the physical altercation with Aldis.
Hey, you know what's nice about this, and I don't defend Drew McIntyre too often because I still see 3M banned. But and you can thank WWE for ruining a character and trying to rebuild him 2 more times. I feel bad because he was the COVID champion, but what I like about this is it actually had a build up, fellas. Unlike some other matches we'll get to. Go ahead.
No, I agree with you, Lou. I think you spot on there.
Fatu wins.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much
Fatu wins. Yeah.
He does something crazy because he's the Samoan werewolf and he deserves it. So, yeah.
The Women's World Championship, Stephanie Vicaire defending against Liv Morgan. Now, this one's got a little bit personal, although I think sometimes it gets a little bit just kind of like awkward.
A little cheesy.
Sometimes,
a little cheesy.
You know, I Liv having a music video, I think, is weird. I don't know why, and this in both of their cases, why they keep changing music every 3 months. Like, that's kind of annoying, frankly. But I will tell you, the way that this has played out leads me to believe that Liv takes the title here. Just she's been built a lot stronger throughout this whole thing than Stephanie has been, which I don't think it hurts Stephanie at all. Like, I think she had a very fine one with the title. I just think my gut just tells me that again, it's WrestleMania. You do make some title changes, obviously, which there's probably going to be more. We'll talk about that. This seems like a spot where it completely makes sense for Liv to get the title back.
She's a good champion too, Stephanie. I mean, they both are when they hold the title.
She's very good.
So,
Yeah,
what happened with the black eye thing? Did you guys see that?
So when there was that backstage segment a couple weeks ago when Stephanie went to hit Liv literally like head knocked to Roxanne. Like that was legit. Like there was a.
I didn't see that. That's why I was asking.
It was legit.
I didn't realize this until I looked it up earlier, but Liv Morgan has never had a Mania singles match.
Really?
Always. Yeah. This is her first. She's been in 5 Manias. This is her first singles match. So
how about that?
Like it's just the buildup of her feels different. Like you said, Brian, I feel like based on how they built her up, I think she's going to take the belt. Especially it's her first Mania singles match. There's a built-in storyline there that she's finally going to get her Mania moment. And so...
Well, that would make sense, too, because the early Manias would have to be when she was with the Riot Squad, right?
And she's always been in the group. Do you see there being... So I will say this. We're going to get to the Finn and Dom match. I feel as though there is an extremely underwhelming ending to Judgment Day generally. Like, you could have done a lot more. Now, I don't know if something happens here. Like, I do think Liv wins, so maybe it doesn't happen here. But, like, I think at some point you need to have some internal struggle between the three of them over this championship. Like, I think that's how you do it. It might not happen here, or does one turn on the other, and then that's their way out. Maybe Stephanie keeps it a result. You could do that, but like with Finn kind of breaking away, like I just think at some point, like it's going to dissolve. Like it's been through too many leaders.
Yeah,
you know, it's not the Bullet Club. It's not something that can withstand. I mean, that's been around since what 2022. It's like 4 years now, and
something
all
like
the
that.
people in it now weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't around in the beginning, and it was something totally different. And it's taken on. First of all, there's too many days. Judgment Day, New Day. It's like I drove by a place. There was a GameStop and a Wingstop. Too many stops. So, like you got to draw this down at some point and let these people go their separate ways. And I don't know if that's when Dom goes face and goes on that run, but like there's just. I don't recall there being a faction where there were more women than men. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't recall it. So I feel at some point there has to be that dynamic of who is the alpha woman. And I think they've hinted at it, right? Of like, oh, they were tag champions and now I'm back and now Roxanne's back. And Raquel probably is the one that blows up eventually at anybody.
There you go.
But I do think this is a good spot to have Liv take it. And Stephanie's been fine. But like, what more can she really do right now? There's no real like realistic foes.
I'm calling the upset here because I think everyone thinks that Liv is going to win. I'm calling the upset, and Stephanie Vaquer is going to win this match because you literally it was right here. I was getting ready to
I
say
agree.
that was my piece. That Raquel is
Raquel
still
gets
in
involved
limbo.
and screws
She's
over
gonna
Liv.
come out and she's gonna do something where she's gonna ruin it for Liv Morgan. Maybe by accident. You have the accidental. You get on the apron and you run into her. Oh, what are you doing on the apron? Something like that maybe. But I definitely think that Raquel angle is still unexplored, and I think this is the perfect spot because more people are going to see it, and then you can finally just be done with the Judgment Day. It's definitely with Finn leaving, and we'll get to his match later, but it's like Roxy just came back from being hurt. They don't really do anything together. They have the backstage segments. That's it. Liv barely comes out to escort Dom anymore. You know what I mean? Like there really is no Judgment
It's
Day.
really
I'm not gonna
fizzled
lie to
out.
you.
Yeah.
It's been,
And
it's
I
out.
agree with you. I agree with you, Lou too, because of the fact that it doesn't crush Liv. Like you're not making Liv weaker. Like now you have a different angle. It doesn't mean Liv's not going to get her title. She will get a title back eventually, right?
Yeah.
We all know that. I mean, she's going to
Yeah.
go on another title run. She's great, but that Liv Raquel thing has been there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like Liv against Rhea for a long time, and then we finally got that. And I think that's what it's leading up to again.
And I don't think WWE, because we're gonna, this is a prediction show. I feel like the title is switching hands on the other women's match. So I don't know if, in my prediction scenarios, I don't know if WWE wants to make 2 switches. So I'm gonna call for Stephanie here. Keep being the one that keeps it.
I'm going with Stephanie as well.
They've been playing this female Shawn and Diesel for a while. Like you can see it go down that road.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's precedent to that. In a match we've probably already seen too many times. AJ Lee defends the IC title against Becky Lynch. I don't think they've done a really good job booking AJ since she's been back. I think Becky Lynch is very much in no man's land, pardon the pun.
I see what you did there.
Because
I like that.
Like you go from, and it's always been a struggle for me. Like once you've hit main title level to go back down to mid-card title level, I've always felt just really awkward, right? Because we acknowledge there's a hierarchy of championships, so why do you even care? It goes back to Hogan and Warrior WrestleMania 6, title for title. Okay, well, obviously Warrior's going to win, because if Hogan won the IC title, what the hell was he going to do with it? He already had the World Championship. So it's awkward to me that you have your main event women's talent fighting in a mid-card, especially when supposedly the IC and US title are like that mid-card, and the US title is just completely like nowhere, like nobody cares. And like this one has a premium match with premium people at your premium show. Again, AJ Lee can keep it. Becky can win it. I actually don't think the result of this matters at all.
No, I mean, has AJ's only really defended the title once, right?
Yeah.
Has it been once? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
it's only been like one time. So my gut tells me my gut tells me they keep it on her because she's only defended it one time.
She beat Bayley. It was March 6th. It was a month ago today, Raw. Yeah.
There you go. Lou's like, what?
Don't even remember that. Don't even remember.
What? You're not even a wrestling fan. You even know who Bayley is? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so that my gut tells me
Bayley's been killing it lately. That's all I'm gonna say.
But like, it's just one of those things where it's like, isn't that indicative of a failure that we're all like, what difference does it make? Like,
yeah, this is one of those matches that has had probably if not the poorest, one of the poorest build-ups, because with the part-timers, AJ hasn't been there, man. They've had I think 2 promos I remember, and it's like this might be my get up and stretch, walk around match. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
This is my Ryback match. This is my.
Oh God.
This is my. Brian, we talked about this. Like anytime the Feed Me More thing came on, it was like, all right, peace. Time to go take a piss and get some pizza.
No, that was your sign to go get something to eat. That's exactly
right. I was just gonna. You took the words out of my mouth.
I'm gonna go get a stretch. Maybe I'll go light a cigar in the backyard, watch it through watch on the big TV through my slide glass door, get some fresh air.
Heat up your leftovers, whatever.
It's just crazy that we're here when there was so much fanfare when she came back. And they haven't really
terrible booking.
But how can you build something up when a person won't even come on the show?
Correct.
I feel like this is the conversation. If you're Triple H, you got to show up. You got to show up. There's only so much the writers can do if you're not there.
Yeah, but
so this is the problem with putting a title on a part-time guy or girl. And I think you got to get away from that. I mean, there's a reason why Brock Lesnar's not in a title match.
No, but can I give you a counterpoint to that?
Sure.
What's the easiest way not to have to worry about booking matches for a title?
Not have the champion appear.
There you go. You don't got to worry about it. I'm just saying, if you don't want to have to constantly have title defenses and have to figure all that out and who and why and when, well, if you put it on okay.
But I think the AJ Lee thing, it was more of a I'm never going back to WWE thing. And then when she actually came back, that was more the appeal. Wow, she actually did come back, as opposed to we really didn't want to. I didn't really want to see her wrestle that often, but just the moment of her coming back, whoa, that was amazing. When Paige is gonna, we'll see when she eventually comes back. that'll be a big moment in the annals of wrestling, just because of you've been away so long, you left how you left. Wow, that's cool, you're back. But now,
hold on, Lou. An AEW fan said we don't need Paige. She wasn't that good anyway. Oh, sorry.
Everybody wasn't good. Meanwhile, the guys hold both these titles. Lou, listen, don't be telling me who's coming back, because then I'll be mad when it doesn't happen. I'll blame WWE for it. Okay, don't do that.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize, Chris Jericho.
All right.
Oh my God!
I made a sizable wager based on your prediction, Lou. This is your fault.
I apologize.
I expect restitution. You'll be here for my lawyer. I honestly, I don't care who wins, but I don't care who wins. I don't.
For prediction's sake, I'll go AJ Lee, but I don't care.
I think Becky Lynch.
If AJ Lee wins, we're gonna have to listen to Becky Lynch do the "I got screwed" or I'm still running the show thing. I'm just so
I don't like what they're doing with her character, Becky. I know she's trying to be this heel, and it's just not working.
She's on her way out. Though. I feel like she's on her way out.
It seems that way, and it's a shame because I really liked Becky Lynch when she was first coming up and everything, and then when she main event WrestleMania and killed it. What has happened since then? A lot.
Well, so to give you buy the rumor, sell the news. It's the same thing. Once you get the payoff, unless you know what's happening next, it's it kind of goes back to, we weren't sure if Roman was if Cody's going to beat Roman at 40, because who's his first opponent? We didn't know. So sometimes things happen without knowing what's happening next, and then it kind of feels disjointed. I think with this is they put the title on her just to have there be this thing with Becky, but at some point, Becky can take it back. I mean, it's only been since February, but it's crazy that we have these two people fighting over this title, and the title has less relevance than ever.
Agreed.
It really should be the complete opposite.
It's also a women's Intercontinental Championship. If this is a men's,
but these are two of top 10 all time.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily, but it's no build, man. No build and no character.
All right, I have a question for you. AJ retains. Who's her next opponent? Do you know?
They have a battle royal for whoever wins.
Is it you bring somebody up from NXT to challenge her? I think that's the route you go to try and get that person over.
Blake Monroe. I'll take a Blake Monroe.
Or Sol Ruka.
Well, she's still doing something with
I think women's division's gotten a little stale. So I do think they need a bit of an infusion of talent. And I think a sign that it's gotten stale is that we have a 4 tag team match for the title. Nia and Lash Legend defending against Charlotte and Alexa, Bayley and Lyra, and then the Bellas, who may or may not be in the match because apparently Nikki's got some issues.
Really? What does she have?
Neck injury again.
Yeah, she's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not like a joke or anything either. Like,
No,
it's
like
a
she
real
might not
deal.
be making it. So what'll probably happen is like if they can't get in, they'll just probably replace them with like Asuka and Kyrie or something. Like they have backup plan.
I'm so disappointed in this match too because I feel like Brian, you said you gotten stale, but like there are ways and there are wrestlers in the women's division that are entertaining. Like I am like one of the biggest Chelsea Green fans on the planet.
Me too.
I don't know what they're doing with her. Every time she's on camera, she's great. And like you said, the U.S. title's irrelevant, which is a waste because she's fantastic.
Yeah. They took it off for no reason.
It's just I just don't know what.
Who is the women's U.S. champion?
Was it
Julia?
Julia.
Why?
So I just feel like they could just throw her in anything and they could make it better. And the fans like her. Like, I don't know. I just, like I said, I just feel like this is a failure.
Do you guys feel like this match is, other than the Bella Twins, look at the tag teams. These are all singles ladies that are just thrown in teams. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not invested in Charlotte and Alexa being a tag team with this little. Here, Lou, let's do it. Ready? What is that?
Well,
Nia
what it is
and Lash against each other sells tickets. They are two behemoths.
I think that Charlotte and Alexa have done as good a job as they possibly could do with just being thrown in together, where they had nothing else to do.
Okay, but the best tag team in this match that's not the champions is Bayley and Lyra, just because of the chemistry they have, I think.
The Charlotte is a victim of her own success because they can't put her in the main event title picture again. She's won it too many times.
I'd take her in the main event scene again.
But she's won it. You can't. She eventually may be the one that passes them all, and that's perfectly fine. But you can't. If you give her another one, think about how. Not to jump the gun here, Randy hasn't had a championship in forever because he had so many. Which is why that would have made so much sense to incorporate her into this. She is the female Randy Orton to a T.
Yeah.
Would have made a lot of sense. Neither here nor there. Reality or anything else.
Is this a ladder match or is this just a regular
this
tag?
is just,
it's a four corners match.
Yeah. I miss when these were elimination matches.
Me too.
WrestleMania 16, fatal four-way elimination match. Now they're all just our first pin. I think that loses something.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes it harder too because you have 4 teams. Like, how many people are going to break up these pins? You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
you know what? So I've always felt this is stupid. Why would you ever, and The Rock means ever, tag somebody in the match that's not your partner? Because if somebody else gets a pin, they win, and you don't win jack.
And it's your and now it's your fault for choking.
Right. There's a lot of like inconsistency that an elimination match would fix.
Yeah. Yeah. Or make it a tornado tag. Everybody in at the same time. I'd take that. That'd be pretty cool.
I just like that. But even that, do elimination match. Keep it going until there's one person that wins at the end.
Yeah.
I got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss here.
Taking titles back?
Yep.
When did Nia win it?
I also hate this too because like there like some. This is the one thing that was killing me about like Braun Strowman, for example. Like he would be in some of these like title matches and he wouldn't win, even though he was like bigger and stronger than everybody else. Like, in what universe, if you were at a bar, do Nia Jax and Lash Legend lose to any of these people?
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Like, is Alexa Bliss gonna pin Nia Jax? Like what are we doing?
That's happened before.
Yes, exactly, and it was it's stupid. Like it's just this is like the
I gotta pull this, Joe. You're not gonna like this. Brian will perception against reality. Sorry.
This is the one that tells me about like teaming them up together. Is in no universe that they lose. They do.
They're a powerful team.
You're like, oh my god, they're so stupid. They're strong. How would they lose? Like, if they lose, you've minimized them so much, and now they're not dominant.
I don't think they. But seriously, the build up to this, they've showed their dominance. They really haven't looked weak at all.
So that's why I don't think they lose. And if they do lose, I think it's stupid.
I agree.
They won the titles February 27th on SmackDown. They have defended titles 3 times.
Against who?
They defeated Alexa and Charlotte by DQ. They defeated the Bellas no contest. They defeated Bayley and Lyra by DQ. So it's the 3 teams you're against in this match in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be too soon to take the belts off of them, simply because I think that they need to build up Nia and Lash to then have Lash go on her own.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason they're doing this is because they need Lash to be able to go on her own, but she's not there yet, right? So I think that, to me, that's my take on it, is I think they do retain.
I
also think you could easily see all 6 of them team up on the 2 of them.
Yep.
Very much that like big person in the Rumble type thing, where like we all have the same enemy type thing.
And then you just throw them all
and then
off.
they win anyway, and it makes them look that much stronger.
I like that.
I think, going back to what you're saying, the match should be an elimination style.
They always should be.
Right. If it was, I think they do drop the titles because of what you just said, the 3 DQs or no contest or whatever. They don't. So, Lash and Nia for me. Change my mind.
In a match that feels like it was put together rather hastily, can I give you a theory as to why it actually makes the most sense in the world?
You're not going to say Seth wins.
I'm not. No.
Okay.
So, yes, I will admit that it feels like this was put together because these guys had nobody else to go after. It definitely feels like it was supposed to be Gunther versus Rey Mysterio versus Career, and it was supposed to be Seth versus Braun, and then Braun got hurt. And then that didn't happen, right? So the twist they've taken on this is now Gunther defended Paul Heyman to help against Seth Rollins, and now Gunther was very clear. When I beat Seth Rollins, you're going to owe me a favor. Okay. Well, what I think is going to happen is Gunther is going to beat Seth Rollins in this match. And then I think Gunther's going to ask for a favor. And that favor is he wants Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam for his career in Minnesota. And that's where it goes. And that's the end of Brock.
Yeah.
And then Brock comes back. We'll talk about the Oba in a minute here. There's been speculation that was going to be the end for Brock anyway. So you know what? Now you've kind of given a reason why you get there, right? Because it kind of felt like, well, how do you get there, right? Gunther challenges Brock Lesnar out of the blue. Okay, we'd certainly do that. You have some history with the favor and Paul Heyman, so you have that kind of built in. But I do think that does check out, where Gunther got involved because what's in it for Gunther? He wants to retire Brock Lesnar. And the way he's going to do it is he's going to have Paul Heyman owe him something. And then what's Paul going to, I'm sorry, I have to do it because so like that's the direction I think that this goes. Seth's a pro. Don't think it hurts Seth at all. There's no shame losing to Gunther. So I think that's the way it goes.
Seth is, I didn't know this. I looked it up earlier. Seth is 3-6 in Mania. So like, you're right. I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one way or the other. I love this new sort of Gunther angle of he's the guy that retires people. I love that. I think that's awesome because it keeps him relevant outside of the title picture, and it also makes him look like even bigger of a sociopath. Because honestly, like it's not about winning a title; it's about like just ruining other people.
It's a great angle for a heel.
It's a fantastic angle. And I've been reading a lot like, oh, Gunther needs to win to get back in the title picture. I don't think Gunther needs to be back in the title picture. Like, I think he's good enough. He doesn't need a title. If he could just spend the rest of his career retiring people, and it would make no difference to me, and I absolutely love it.
I think the only way you do see a title on Gunther is if he does retire somebody that is a champion that's retiring. Like, for some reason, if they had the belt on a Randy or Gunther or Brock or something.
So I think Gunther takes this. Like I agree with you 100%. The title angle doesn't make a ton of sense. I think that I said, and if they don't do it, they're dumb. But I think that the retiring Lesnar thing is the best. And
Yeah.
I would love that match. Like that sounds like a pretty top tier match.
I'll take
right.
Gunther being just like an absolute menace backstage too. Like just come out and just start hitting people with items, just start beating people up backstage, just be as big a menace as humanly possible. He don't even have to say anything. He could just come out and just do one of those things like he just stands there, people boo him, and then he just goes back to being the menace. I would love to see that character.
He's been doing that. Look at the whole AJ Styles thing. That was great.
Exactly, because I feel like that ring general thing was running its course. Because when he was the champion, that I'm good at wrestling, it kind of had run its course. So now with a little, just rehash his character a little bit.
You know where that would really play well? AEW.
I will say, I got a funny good story. I was watching with a buddy of mine a few weeks ago, and he doesn't watch wrestling. And Gunther comes out with this duster jacket on. Then he opens his mouth and he starts talking. And my buddy goes, "So is he like a Nazi or like what's the?"
I don't think they've shied away from that at all. Like, they don't do it, but like you can give it
it's there. It's there.
He has that haircut and the whole look.
So no, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Brian. I think that's the angle.
Yeah,
I think that's what makes sense. Like, because how else do you get to by August a Brock Gunther match? Now, what I will also tell you is, I would not hate if Brock won that match. I mean, that's just, like to kind of, because what you don't want to get into this situation is, oh, it's Gunther against an older guy. I guess that's the end. And you give it away before I'm not a fan of knowing the result before the match when it's sometimes obvious for obvious sake, whatever. But Brock being the one that broke the streak, Brock could be the one that doesn't fall to Gunther, or maybe it's the third time. Like, when everything is set up for it to happen, the best time is for it not to happen. So like to have the setup of Brock in Minneapolis at SummerSlam with his career on the line, oh, I guess that's the end until it's not. And that's when they get you, and that's when it's good. So like, I would be perfectly fine if that's the direction that they went.
I just want to add one more thing that I think is going to happen, and I don't think it costs anybody the match. I think it happens after. Gunther submits Seth, he loses.
Yeah.
Gunther leaves, he does his little spiel. Seth's in the ring. He's like, pissed or whatever. He's cleared people to come back. Braun Breaker shows up and attacks Seth Rollins, without a doubt, after this. Do we agree?
Yeah. Makes sense.
And that sets up that, because Heyman said it best when they started the division, Braun Breaker is going to make WrestleMania moments happen in his career. He's going to win WrestleMania matches. He doesn't have one this year. What's a better way of doing it? And now that he's cleared, have him get involved in this match afterwards. So that's all.
Closing out night one, the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes will defend against Randy Orton. He has Pat McAfee in his corner for reasons.
Because when I think of ringside tears, I think of Pat McAfee. Just the bone chilling tear that radiates through my body. That's what I think of. This is so many ways could have been.
It's been said, I think it was Mike that made the comment. Somebody made the comment. The insertion of McAfee, the insertion of anybody, I don't think was necessary, right? Like, you finally had a matchup with a story that sells itself. And it actually started out great because, even Randy keeps saying, I love Cody. Cody's a brother to me, but Cody told me I could be this way. So like, everything was like you were good. Like, I don't think there was anything changing there. The insertion, again, like we said, it was either going to be really good or really stupid. And the fact that it was coming out early made me think it was probably going to be stupid, because if it wasn't going to be somebody big, then there wasn't really this huge rush to release it. But you kind of got to let it permeate so that it doesn't take away from the match once you finally get there. So yeah, I don't really understand the necessity. I thought the initial promo was very good. You know, I mean, that's again when you make it real, it becomes that much better. But it's like, Cody kind of put him in his place. Like, dude, you were just yeeting for 6 months on that table. I don't want to hear bullshit about, you're gonna save the business. Like, he's just a weird person. Okay, remove Pat McAfee and replace that person with 20 other people, and I think it probably works better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Plus, I think am I mistaken, but didn't John Cena say he's going to save pro wrestling last year too in his match or that whole shtick with Cody Rhodes? I mean, yeah. So it feels like a rehash again. I love the heel Randy Orton. I love that he's like a menace, and I love that when he goes to that.
Yeah.
Or yeah, Pat McAfee was not the right choice at all. Like, I don't know what we talked about this at the beginning of the show. There has to be something else coming. There has to be another big reveal that he's working for somebody. Somebody saying it might be The Rock. It might be Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
See, hold on. See, but that's the thing. There doesn't have to be someone else. Yeah. We would like there to be someone else because that's our perception.
But
that's what
it
smells like. It has to be. There's no way. Like, he has no business being in this storyline. None whatsoever.
Luke, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What did Travis Scott have to do with the storyline?
Well, it was supposed to be him and The Rock.
Oh, well,
because he came out with The Rock on the initial Elimination Chamber turn.
Was it supposed to be? Or was this just a setup because Rock couldn't make Mania, so Travis Scott can come out and hit him with a belt?
You're right.
Fiend.
But now you give McAfee promo time, so now he's in the story. Travis Scott just like appeared out of nowhere, and in the main event of WrestleMania. Yeah. Right. So like, it doesn't make sense with Pat McAfee. I love the guy. I really, really do in WWE. But I don't know. It doesn't work. He was the wrong guy for sure.
It wasn't necessary.
So we're not making picks right now. The two matches we're gonna play devil's advocate on both sides. Tell me why Cody wins. Whether you think he will or not, just tell me why Cody wins.
He's QB1. He's QB1. That's why he's Cody Rhodes, man. He's
Triple H's golden boy.
He conquered Brock Lesnar. He conquered Drew McIntyre. He's the QB1.
Roman.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I think I've been pleasantly surprised with Randy Orton, like you mentioned, Lou, the sort of the chaos, the causing problems, right? Like, I love it. But I got so used to Randy Orton just being the guy that puts other people over the last few years, which is good. That's how you keep a career in this business, if you are willing to put other people over. I just think, like I said, if Cody wins, it's because Cody's the golden boy, and they don't want to take. I don't think it's going to happen. That's why it feels like it would happen. It just feels different this time with Randy Orton.
Cody hadn't lost a singles match before he dropped the title to Drew since a match in 10/17/2025. Is that what that is? 10/17? I can't tell. Just a
October.
He hadn't lost a match unless it was Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel for that Crown Jewel title nonsense bullshit. He is their white meat baby face. I know that we live in trust me, I know this because it's who Braden, my son, tells me, oh, is he turning heel? Is he turning heel like every other week? And I'm like, but they don't change like that. Like, it takes time. But I also understand that, like, I'm looking at it from the viewpoint of what I think makes sense. They can change whatever the hell they want to. And if they feel they've come across that he's extended this too much and we've kind of milked this and we got to go, and maybe he comes back and changes hair to black and all of a sudden he's bad Cody or whatever. I don't know. Again, if you think Cody wins, it's because he just got the title back. They're not going to hot potato the title, and he is their top face. So that to me would be why Cody would retain. That Cody against Randy Orton at this crazy part of Randy Orton, against the perception of TKO does not want you to win, wins anyway, overcomes it, everybody's happy. And that's also why this would be a night 1 and not a night 2.
Sure.
Okay. The reason Randy Orton wins, which is my pick, by the way, is the situation has forced me to change the way I view it from the wrestling fan and what I think makes sense, what I think they would do, to what would somebody do who's looking at this like numbers on a page in a corner office from an entertainment company that's concerned about the bottom line, that says, we didn't sell as many tickets as we did last year. Yeah, we're making money, but we're not getting the ratings we were getting. We probably need to change the champion. With no regard for anything else, it's corporate America type thing. Like, so my take is, I think Randy wins for 3 reasons. One, because of that, what I just explained, is I think they want to change things up because this might feel stale, and that's what they will attribute the lack of ticket sales to the product way before they blame themselves for putting it back in Vegas for a second year and overpricing people. That always blame somebody else. Don't blame yourself. That's number 1. Number 2, I do believe they're going to hot potato this title with titles with Cody for a little bit to get his number up. He's had it 3 times now. Like, if you want to be in that conversation, you got to win it like double-digit times. And he's already at this age, and he wasn't there for a while. Not say la vie. You can't win it again until you lose it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then number 3, I think that the Pat saying you won't see or hear from me again if Randy loses kind of gives it away, because I don't think Pat wants out. Right? Like, I don't think they would have brought Pat McAfee back to a championship match at WrestleMania. Now, again, I'm thinking logically, so maybe I'm totally wrong with this. I don't think that they would bring Pat McAfee back for 4 weeks to then have Pat never come back again. So Pat saying that to me makes me think that you can do a lot more. If your intention is to interject McAfee to give it some juice, it's because you want to give it some juice. So now there's another side to this. Because of all of those things, I do think Randy Orton wins, and I do think there is somebody else involved. And I do think that, again, it's the end of a show, but it's also the midpoint of a show, right? So Morella's not entirely wrong, but it's a show by itself. Flames are up 2-1. Yes. All right. To get buzz for night 2, you need that cliffhanger big event night 1. You need, The Rock and Roman won. Or, there was this crazy Paul Heyman that hit everybody in the nuts. Like, you need that. So I think that you get that with a Randy Orton win. It ain't clean, and someone else is involved. It may be Ari Emanuel for all we know, but something happened here that's not, again, it doesn't hurt Cody to lose when the world is against you and it's not clean. So I think that is the direction they go. Again, Randy's talking about 15. Again, if he's going to be getting to 17, got to get to 15 first.
Yeah. And the way they've sort of built, the reason why I think Randy wins is like I said, we've seen, Randy come back, they build him up. You always feel like it was kind of inevitable that they were going to put someone over. He was going to help put someone over. It feels like in how they've sort of written for him that doesn't feel like that's the case now. It feels like they've worked really hard at making it appear as if he's got a legitimate shot at this. And he's that good naturally put people over, and like I said, that's his job. But the lead up of this just feels different. It feels like you said they're scripting this to prepare you for a Randy win.
I think the biggest thing that I liked about the build up was when Stephanie came out and talked to Cody. And she's like, you don't know the Randy that I know. You know, he punted me while my husband was in the corner and all this shit. Like, that, which I loved, that, like, menacing villain version of Randy is going to come out in this match. Okay? Like, it's due. You're going to see some angles in this match where Cody could be, like, laid out outside, and Randy might punt him in the head, and oh shit, we weren't expecting that. But I do think somebody else gets involved. I think he wins.
Has to be.
I think he has to win.
And listen, this is going to be I just kind of, as we were talking, if there is some legitimate talk of Triple H possibly losing the pen, the way to give yourself job security is interject yourself. Randy's an Evolution guy.
Triple H has always been a Randy Orton guy.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I would love that angle.
Triple H comes
That'd be a
in,
swerve.
and again, there's this shtick of Cody's Triple H's boy type thing. Like, again, you can break some of those things down.
And it happens, right, you're right. It's that cliffhanger, and now you're thinking bigger because it's, oh shit.
Because they got to top this the next night.
It's TKO versus WWE, but we're not going to hear about this until Raw. It's great.
So
is it going to happen?
No, absolutely not. but that to me, like, again, now that's
Randy wins.
Something big has to happen Saturday, or you're going to be like, oh, okay, there's another day tomorrow.
I don't know. Shano was at a Yankee game the other day. He's starting to put himself back out there. He's making sure that people are seeing him. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Yeah, that was quite random.
I would love to see a Shano cameo at some point.
That would be awesome.
I don't know if
that's quite random.
But
again, like, until Vince gets, like, I don't know how many McMahons they want around. Like, Steph's different.
Well, yeah, Mike, we've proven that many times. That's a fact.
%. Yeah, no, but it is what it is.
Screw you, again, Kevin Dunn.
My official prediction is Randy wins. That is my take. Are we on the same page with this?
Randy wins.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Right.
I got Cody in an upset, in a major upset.
Hey, listen, it's okay to be wrong, Lou. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right. Beginning of night 2 is going to go off with a bang. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi, which by accident has probably had the best build of anything by not having any build at all. Everything's been extremely organic and natural. They haven't overproduced it. Here's my question to you. Does Oba need to win this match?
No.
He
needs to look like Superman. And then Brock just get the jaws of life and take it at the last second. He just needs to look as imposing as possible against Brock Lesnar.
I don't like the placement on this card. I'm just going to say
you know
that.
why?
I don't.
Yeah, but you know why?
Yeah, you can't put this in the main event.
No. I would have had this open night 1, right? The reason
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's opening night 2 because the first hour is for free on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
Stupid ESPN.
Which
ESPN
really makes
shit's
the night 1 open really exceptionally stupid, but this one I get entirely as to why it's where it is.
Well, Brock already said he either main events or he's the first match. There's no one between with Brock. This is why in War Games they eliminated the cage. Because Brock was, I'm not sitting in a cage with these clowns. Are you kidding me? We're all having our own entrances. Forget this. You know what I mean? But no, Oba needs to look as imposing as possible. But Brock still needs to win the match because it would look foolish for them to have Oba beat him and then still trot him out as, the beast to SummerSlam. So Brock still has to win. But Oba just has to be imposing.
I think people are expecting Oba to win because of how great he's looked. But like you just said, that something happens in the match where Brock wins, and then you get that famous, the black dude with the glasses of the streak, the moment. Like, we weren't expecting that. You know what I mean?
From what I've read, there's this assumption that, like, Oba has looked so good, and they're building him up to put him over Brock. But I feel like Oba still has a ton of time. Like, a ton of time.
I have a thought and a theory but it has to tie into another match. I'll get to that, but it involves Oba Femi. But that's all I'm gonna say.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Interesting.
But
To me, like I still think beating Brock is a big thing.
Sure.
Big thing. And
Yeah.
I think if you let him beat Brock, where do you go from there? Like, you got to put him in the title picture immediately, and I don't think you're ready to do that.
And then and then you said it earlier. We talked about the whole Gunther Brock angle. Does that even really mean anything? Gunther's like, oh, I'm going to retire Brock, and it's like, oh, okay. And he just lost.
The rookie just beat him.
Correct.
So, like, again,
especially if Brock doesn't win clean, right?
No, I think you need a clean win either way. I
think
don't,
so.
I don't think with giants like this, like, you need external interference. Like, I think that's a bad idea. I think if Oba looks good and Brock just beats him because he's Brock, I don't think it hurts Oba at all. The fact that Oba's opening night to a WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar puts Oba on a level regardless of what else happens. And it could be a squash.
He's already elevated. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
He has to look the part.
Yeah. Correct.
He has to make it seem like, he fits, that it's not Alexa Bliss pinning Lash Legend. Like, it has to make sense. It's okay. Look, nobody got hurt losing to Brock Lesnar. The Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar. Like, it's not one of these things like that. It's not a title, but like, Brock Lesnar beat Cody Rhodes in that triple match thing that they did. Like, if you go over on Brock, you kind of go over on all these other guys, and it's like, it just seems. And I know there's this. I don't want to Jey Uso the guy where, like, I blow him off and all of a sudden now I've lost everything I had because I did it way too quick. That's all. Yeah. I feel like Oba looks the part. Great match. He puts Brock to the limit. Brock wins.
Like you said too, if you have Brock lose, him against Gunther now at SummerSlam, it's kind of like, it's not going to be the build-up you want. If Brock wins this match, now you got people thinking, okay, well, he's still the beast now. Is Gunther really going to retire him? Okay, it's in Minnesota. It's Brock's hometown. Like, who knows? Whether Oba wins or not, he will be at Raw. Here's my theory. Reigns beats Punk. Brian, you're not going to like this. Somehow, some way. Reigns cuts a promo. Reigns gets ready to leave the ring. Lights go out. Oba Femi's music hits. You have Oba and Roman now. Don't tell me it doesn't work. Because
might be too soon.
Four different ways. It's fucking dynamite. Excuse my French.
No, you're good. We can curse. It doesn't matter.
I'm serious.
It's 11:20.
It might be too soon for that. I don't know.
It's not. If you don't have Rock Roman coming up, you have to do something big with Roman again. That will be big.
Yeah, but Roman can go. Roman's got guys like Roman can run a program with Braun Breaker. Roman can run a program with Seth Rollins.
Roman's not an everyday guy anymore. He's a part-timer.
He is not.
So you can have this promo go off and then Roman disappear.
Where I'll disagree. Well, so you're saying, like, tease it but don't schedule it. That I can kind of get behind.
Future.
Okay. I can get behind that to a degree.
This is not a Money in the Bank or Backlash or any of that crap. No, this is bigger than that. I should have said that.
Okay. No. Okay. That's I can get more behind, because I can in good conscience say, oh, I can't have you beat Brock Lesnar, but I can put you in a title match against Roman Reigns, who just won this championship 10 minutes ago.
Right.
No, because here's the deal. Oba wouldn't be the number one contender, so he doesn't get that shot at Roman because he lost. That's where you distinguish.
And we also have to factor in where none of us have factored in yet. Joe's habitually online. Brian habitually online. We know Brock doesn't lose to melatonin in WWE either. So Oba he's kind of already starting behind the 8-ball. You know what I'm saying? That's already working against him in WWE.
Hey, listen. To be fair, I was
that
looking
is hilarious.
I was looking at his previous matches. So the last person to beat Brock Lesnar that wasn't Cody Rhodes was Bobby Lashley.
How about that?
Now, it was a disqualification, but he still got to win.
Wow.
When was this? When was this?
2/18/2023.
Bobby Lashley talks like a girl, though, so maybe that's why Brock felt comfortable losing to him. I'm telling you, I've never seen somebody who was so physically intimidating and they open their mouth and like, I could take that, dude. If you were at a bar, Bobby Lashley looked over to you, and then he went, "I'm gonna murder you," and you're like, "Come on, dude! Like, let's go outside right now, man."
You're saying he's like Patrick Mahomes.
You're not real strong.
Did you ever see the movie, Joe? Did you ever see the movie Grown Ups 2?
Yes.
You know the scene where all the wives are at the pool, and then the big buff dude, as the lifeguard comes over, and he's like, "What's up, ladies?" Like that's Brock. That's Bobby Lashley.
All right.
Yeah,
I like it.
So pick
He's
a
an
match.
overinflated balloon.
Pick your winner.
Brock by the hair on his chinny chin chin.
The
But
same thing.
Oba dominates. Oba dominates. Brock wins like Paul
Brock
Heyman
lands an
grabs the
F5
leg,
on him.
Stick or
Yeah.
something.
Brock wins by the thinness of his legs. Okay. So I think I made Lou just spit his drink. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You can't drink while I'm talking, Lou. You know that I'm good for the zinger every so often. 6.5 minutes left in this game. I am very distracted. All right. Sorry. The next 4 matches are going to go pretty quick before we get to the title match here. The Intercontinental Championship, get everybody in the match, ladder match. Penta defends against Javon, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. Okay, here's what's going to go.
When did Rey Mysterio get into this match?
As soon as Gunther got a match, Rey found a match to get in.
Yeah.
That's all that was. So,
well, okay.
McDonough and Rusev are here as enhancement talent.
Unfortunately, yes.
They are the fluffers in this case.
That's a bad title to have.
It is what it is. Dragon Lee and Rey are there to do some crazy lucha shit in the match, which Penta's there to do as well. This is the match where Javon Evans hits like 6 crazy spots. Penta's going to retain, but Javon Evans leaves this match as the star.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. I think that's
Fair enough.
exactly it.
I mean,
Which one of them takes the spot where they
bouncing,
put the ladder down and they lay him on the ladder and they do like a leg drop? Who takes that? Rusev?
Yeah.
McDonough.
McDonough? Oh, McDonough. Yeah.
Because he looks like a stupid elf.
Rusev can pick all these guys up and throw them at the same time.
Yeah,
he's definitely the sore thumb in this match. So he's the one that like
he's gotten so weak though since coming back.
Stuff falls on him, but like they're gonna throw McDonough around like an Irish elf. Like that's just the way.
Yeah.
Is there? And this is so left field because he's just kind of thrown into the match. Is there any chance you see Rey winning this match?
No.
To feud with Dom?
Nope.
No.
Over the IC title?
I do have an upset,
I don't
though.
know.
I do have an upset again.
Who you got?
I got to repeat that Matt Cardona or the Zack Ryder spot that came out of nowhere. I got Rusev winning this match just because, like you said, he is the odd man out, brother. Like, there's no reason for him to be in this match with these other wrestlers. And I think for whatever reason, like, I saw him in here and I'm like, bro, Rusev's going to win this match. Because you brought back Matt Cardona. You may want to he posted about that he won that ladder match at WrestleMania. I got Rusev, man, just because he's the odd man out. I really, really do.
I'm gonna take Javon Evans. I think it's time to get him over. I think Penta is going to retain. I want to see something big with this kid. I think he's the next coming of something. I don't know yet, but
I'm going through my notes just now, and it's been a long night. But I put question mark next to Rusev. Same thing. What's going on here? Like, what's going?
Why are you here?
You got these guys, but this would be the opportunity for WWE to give you a what the fuck result. This is match. You do this sometimes, feel like this. I think Penta's gonna retain in a normal world. They do retain, but I feel like they're setting themselves up to at least give you the impression that this could be the wacky one.
Yeah.
Maybe we bring back Rusev Day. I don't know. Maybe we could bring back Rusev Day and relive a few years ago when they didn't push him when they should have.
Right.
He definitely feels like he's there because nothing else to do. This is the put them all in a
Oh
match.
yeah. Call correct. Absolutely.
Okay. Jade Cargill will defend her championship. Is it the first defense? I don't even know. Against Rhea Ripley. Now, this match feels to me that two things. A, they're not going to put this belt back on Rhea right away. It's not going to happen. But B, this is where they make Jade. This is where they make Jade. Jade's going to win this match. Not sure how. I would make it clean personally. But if you want to have Jade be, I don't necessarily female Brock is necessarily the way to think about it, but that dominating over, I am just built and I can kill you if I want to. I can, pick up your car and throw it at your head. Like that's what you're going to be. I don't necessarily, I didn't like adding BFAB and Michin to this as like henchwomen. That wasn't really necessary to me. But I do think that this is a spot where they don't want a Charlotte Rhea. And I think they have to be very careful of that. So I do think Jade retains.
I think Rhea, I think they're going to take I think Rhea wins it. I think Rhea gets the belt. I feel like the path for Jade recently has been almost too easy. And I feel like this is where they can extend this out a little bit longer.
The way Lou said,
but I think they take the belt off of her. I think Rhea gets it. The belt.
The way Lou and I feel how Cody Rhodes is Triple H's golden boy, Rhea is Triple H's golden girl. Great show, by the way. Just saying, Golden Girls. Shout out to those thug women.
Fantastic.
I think Rhea is that girl. She's eventually going to be. We said top 10 girls earlier about Becky, and she's easily going to be a top 10. And you just got to keep pushing her.
And here's the thing. If this is one of those things where giving the belt back to Rhea and the fans not necessarily liking it might be a good thing. It might. I think sometimes sometimes heat on leadership is good heat, and I feel like this is good heat. I feel like she is talented enough where she can own that. At least for a little while.
Because the expectation, you don't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they want their comedy show back done.
The girls. I think, unfortunately, I think Jade Cargill loses because she has gotten over every single week on Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
For the last 2 months, Rhea has gotten nothing in, nothing. And WWE, when WWE does that, the face has to get their comeuppance. They have to get their revenge at WrestleMania. And I hope that I'm wrong on this one, but I just think that with WWE's history, you can't get over. It's like the person who wins on the go home show never wins on the actual show. I mean, Jade has just gotten over way too much consecutively on Rhea for her to win at WrestleMania. And I hope I'm wrong because I love Jade Cargill, but I got Rhea, unfortunately.
Am I the black sheep here?
I think you are.
That's fine. It just means you're all wrong. It's okay. I just feel like I think back to SummerSlam where it was Jade and Tiffany. I want to say
Jade and Tiffany.
Yeah, and I think they weren't ready to kind of like elevate Jade.
Who?
Tiffany Stratton. She was here for a while. She was hot, and then wasn't.
Oh, that's right. Another character they ruined.
She's still hot though. Oh my god! Thank God. Oh god. Sorry, I'm very distracted right now because there's a minute and a half.
We have a podcast going, just to let you know.
That's all right.
The Flyers don't play till Saturday, so
yeah, nobody cares about that. All right.
Tell him, Tim.
The United States Championship, Sami Zayn, who won the belt earlier today, defends against Trick Williams. Now, I looked up in the dictionary transitional champion, and there was Sami Zayn's face. This is the clearest. This is to give the belt to Trick. Okay,
Yeah.
That's all that this is.
This is the bathroom match. I hate
This-
to say
yeah,
it
I
because
don't-
I love
I-
Sammy, but
listen,
this is the bathroom match.
I think Trick can be big, not necessarily Oba big, but he can be like mid to low upper card guy. Maybe win a title. The Rangers playoffs is right now. So, Tim, here's the thing you need to know about me. If you don't win the Stanley Cup, you lost. And if you're going to lose, you better fucking pick high. So they're going to pick high as long as this result sticks. I couldn't care less. The Flyers are picking 21st. They have one center and two defensemen on the roster. And
That's
they
not
got
true.
Problems.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is.
They do not have one center.
Yeah, who's their other center? Dvorak?
Well, clearly he's done well this year.
You know why they signed Dvorak? Because they wasted draft picks on
your
Lutsenko and Jack Nesbitt.
organization failed this year because they should have gotten rid of players at the trade deadline, and
Who?
they failed.
Who?
And you're stuck with them now. You're stuck with them.
Who?
Who?
Stuck with?
Trocheck,
No,
Zibanejad.
trade him at the deadline.
Come
They
on.
can't trade me because I have no
Come on.
movement clause.
Come on now. Come
Can't
on.
trade
You guys
these guys.
failed.
I got no movement
Enough.
clause. Everything's fine. Anyway,
Yeah, I was reading an article earlier. and
I'm not.
Talk-
I'm actually not hot. I'm actually
Talk to me in
wearing the
2030.
t-shirt.
I was reading an article earlier, and I think they put it the best way. If they kept the belt on Sami Zayn, it would be malpractice.
100%.
And so
It would be what?
malpractice. Like it would be like someone should get sued.
This is crazy. Do we all agree?
Trick's not losing. Yeah.
Trick.
Tricky.
Okay.
God, all I hear is Booker T.
Yes. Yeah,
What?
see that goal. We're good. Yeah. All right. This has been very underwhelming to me as far as how they're breaking up the Judgment Day. I would have done it a million different ways, all of which are better than this. I don't know that it matters who wins, but I think if you're going to send Finn on a single
Lemon
run,
pepper
you have to
shoes.
do Tom.
Lemon pepper steppers.
I'm just I don't know. I've always liked the character going back to NXT of the Demon. I'm excited to see that and the entrance. That's about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think that
It's a cool character.
I think Demon Finn has to win because he benefits more for the win here, and if he loses, I don't really know what they do with Finn Balor anymore. Like I just don't.
Don't say AEW, please.
No, if you're relaunching Finn Balor, he has to win here.
Sure.
He's got
Sure.
I like Finn Balor. I always have. I don't like him on the microphone, but I like him.
And depending on who wins the title match, this can propel him to be a contender and maybe get the title off of either the part-timer or the guy who needs a break.
I
would
always felt like Finn
100%
Balor.
fine. I'd be fine with that.
I always felt like Finn Balor when they had the Universal Championship. It was Seth and Finn, right? And I just felt like he got screwed in that. I know he got hurt with the shoulder injury and he had to vacate the title. To me, Finn is that Drew McIntyre during COVID champion. He is. He really was never the champion anybody really wanted. It's kind of like on Christmas Day when you're like, oh, I wonder what I got in my stocking. And then it's a toothbrush. That's Finn Balor. You know what I mean?
I to me is how I view it. It's like we know that Judgment Day has to be over, so let's just let's just get this over with. Like if Finn Balor winning allows us to just move on from this.
Did they win?
Yes. The Rangers go into the draft with the third best odds for number one.
Can we all acknowledge that he rooted for a Bret Hart fucking hockey team tonight? So
I would have. You don't know, Brian. The more you get to know me, you don't. Lou knows. We've had conversations. I would commit atrocities in the name of the Rangers. I would wipe out entire hemispheres and not even. You give me a button right here, and I just like obliterate 5 billion people with the Rangers win the Stanley Cup. I am pressing the button. And not even think
commit atrocities.
It was like that horror movie where it was like you get everything you want, but someone has.
Yes.
I'm pressing.
Tim, it's 1994.
No, the Rangers are going to pick third or the third in the lottery.
Tim, apparently it's 1994 again. Yes.
No, this is.
Oof.
If you're not going to win, lose.
Well, that's if you're not first or last. So yeah,
that's if you go 0-82,
Brian Bobby over here,
7 quadruple overtime, you lost.
As you were. I think Finn has to win. I agree.
Yeah, I like Finn here.
Dom's already solidified his future. He is a prime player in the future. That's all I'm going to say. He's great.
I will say this. I watched a Finn, and I didn't really think about it this way until I watched an interview recently with Lin-Manuel Miranda, wrote Hamilton and In the Heights and all that stuff. And he's a big wrestling guy, and he said that like Dom is on sort of his Mount Rushmore because he writes characters for a living. This is what he does. And he goes, I can never write anybody as good as like Dom has written himself. He took about going to a show, and it was one of those nights where every time Dom went to talk, the crowd just booed him so loud he couldn't even talk. He was like, you as a writer, you would kill for that sort of heat on anybody that you create. And so Dom has that. He's good. He's like him losing to Finn Balor doesn't reduce him at all.
Has he been uncursed by Danhausen yet?
Oh, good point. I don't think so.
All right.
I don't think so.
So then he loses.
Pretty simple to me. And I'll even run a second-rate wrestling company like the guy who runs the Jaguars. I would have that. Listen, as soon as you just go on this run, like you wake up in the morning and all of a sudden you find shoes, like that's what you do. Like that there has to be a Dom Danhausen match, like to uncurse, and that's it. That's where you go.
Have you ever watched any of the Danhausen short videos? They're freaking hilarious.
I didn't think I was gonna like this guy, but I'm good.
I've always been a huge fan. I mean, I've always loved him. Like I said, when they introed him, when he had the wet list of demands.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
He wants to be in the Hall of Fame, and he wants like that was. It was so good. I loved it. I think he's been great, and I think for a long time. I think WWE has R-Truth was the guy carrying the silly, and I love R-Truth. I mean, he's great. It's nice that there is another person that is to carry the silly, and
does he come out and announce the attendance for both nights?
Danhausen?
What? The attendance housing. What? That would be amazing if he came out and did that.
If he curses Las Vegas, hopefully we never have to go back there for WrestleMania. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I don't want to brag or anything.
60,000 human people in attendance.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I just played with Tankathon, 1 spin, Rangers 1 pick. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Wow.
I love Finn here because I think that this is the launch into face Finn. Dom does it. It's fine. Dom can play this off as, does Liv cost him something? Whatever. Is it the curve? No. Whatever. No. There's 6 reasons Dom can lose this match. All makes sense. I'm good. Okay. Now, the main event. The main event is what I'm told. The only one I'm told. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Joe, what's the matter?
This is dumb.
What's dumb?
I just I guess I wish I was more excited.
Joe, you look like you're watching AEW. I'm just saying.
Okay, so I said at the start of the show, I hate the fact that I was, and you guys weren't on. I hate the fact that I was right, that They went at this so hard at the start that it did lose a lot of steam.
Yeah.
I said a couple weeks
ago. It lost
ago,
all steam, not a little.
I am going to maintain this idea that although they got away from it on Monday, I feel as though that had to be misdirection to get you not to think about it. All of the family talk, even today in the promo Roman did on Twitter, is like, nobody in my family respects you. You can't start talking about the family if you're not going to then bring the family. And the family in this case is The Rock. Okay. What brings eyes to your product? The Rock showing up. So now, again, I have to think about this like I am a corporate person trying to make my bottom line look better for my shareholders. I think there has to be a situation where The Rock shows up. And I think that that may lead to The Rock having at least this much more of an active role for a little while. I think no matter, and I'm going to give you two scenarios here that both lead to the same thing. I think something happens in this match involving The Rock that begins the build to Rock versus Roman at 43, where the Saudis will pay a ridiculous amount of whatever currency you want to make that happen. Okay. Now,
Joe's reaction.
Well, they're pulling out of Live Golf, so maybe that's where the money's going.
That's where the money's gonna go. Yes.
I mean, they're making money hand over fist.
Thank God.
Price the way it is
They're
now.
pulling out of Live Golf because Live Golf is atrocious coming from a golf fan. Okay.
It was.
Sorry. Love Rory McIlroy, by the way.
Why CM Punk wins? CM Punk wins because Roman Reigns is a part-timer. And they don't want to have the belt that was created because Roman Reigns was a part-timer become the next issue for a part-timer.
That's a good point.
Punk may never have a chance to win the main event of WrestleMania again. That's a good enough reason to have him do it here. I think if you involve The Rock in a Punk win, then the angle that you run is the family was there, but you essentially pick up right where you left off, where there was that Rock Roman thing in Denver, when The Rock's like, am I going to have a tequila over here or at the head of the table? You pretty much just kind of pick back up on that, where Rock costs Roman the match because you don't speak for the family. And that's what sets up. Again, I have always said what I would do, which is not what they're going to do because my ideas are better. That's my perception, is that you basically run the WrestleMania 28 play again, where The Rock says, you and me, WrestleMania 43, 1 year build. We did it before. We'll do it again. And you can do this a million different ways. There's even more social media now. They have a presence on ESPN. Doesn't matter. The point is, you can have Rock cost Roman this match to set up 43. That is my base case for why Punk would win. I would like to see Punk win. I would thoroughly enjoy that. Your thoughts? Your thoughts on why Punk wins, because then we'll do predictions after.
I feel like the only reason for Punk to win is for what you described. I think that's the only reason. If Punk wins without that, I would be thoroughly surprised. And I'll say this. I talked to two different people today about this. One, they thought CM Punk was going to win, and they were like, CM's going to win. There's no excitement. The Roman person I know was super pumped about this match, would not stop talking about how wonderful it was going to be and how excited they were. So the CM crowd, even if he wins, they just seem to be like, I mean, if he does, it means The Rock showed up and yada yada. And the Roman crowd is super excited to have their boy. One of the buddy that I talked to that was super excited, Roman gets his mojo back, and I'm like, what are you talking about? What?
The hell does that mean?
I literally called him a freaking dork on the telephone the second that he said that. So,
what does that mean?
So
That's awesome.
the Roman homers out there, they exist. I don't like them, but they exist. But yeah,
Your friend watches way too much Austin Powers, by the way.
yeah.
Is that possible? You cannot watch too much.
It's just like I said, I think if CM wins, it's what you've described.
Yeah, you could also fall back on if he's gonna win. That's where I said having Finn Balor be pushed, because what you could do is if The Rock does eventually come out, you had CM Punk turn heel against The Rock at Raw 1000 or whatever it was. Now you could have him turn heel with The Rock, become not a crony, so to speak, but like, he had him in the cards. So that will set up the future for the title because you have a contender ready to go with Finn Balor.
Company man CM Punk might be kind of fun.
Yeah,
like I don't know if they wanted to pull the whole TKO angle, right? Like,
oh my god, Golden Girls versus Austin Powers.
It's kind of weird.
Listen, if they could set up that, I would take a War Games match, Team WWE versus Team TKO, and I'm telling you, if Vince McMahon and the Saudis do something to buy back WWE, Vince could lead Team WWE, and then Team TKO could be Randy and CM Punk and whoever you want. But that would be something ridiculous to look forward to too. But CM Punk why he would win would be to continue the lineage and continue defending that title, and you could have him turn heel because of The Rock's interference, which would make sense like all the way around.
But they won't do any of those things.
No. They won't do any of those things.
Nope.
God, it's almost midnight.
I know we're finishing. My goal is to be done. That was my. I'm timing it out that way. Okay.
Nice.
Why Roman Reigns wins. So I was going to work a week ago, and you may not know it by my general appearance, but I do enjoy rap music from the late 90s, early 2000s when it was better than it was today. And I happened to come across one of my favorite tracks from a Jadakiss album with DMX. The song is called Uh-huh. It's a great song. Okay. It opens up with this following line. I only gave you the crown so I can shoot it off your fucking head. I say that to say this. Rock comes out, helps Roman win the championship, basically in the ring, recreates the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia. Rock bottom. I helped you win this championship because I'm going to take it from you.
I said the same thing to somebody 2 days ago.
That would be tremendous, okay? Because you have The Rock coming out, number one, and then you have huge shock at the end, which will get people talking. If Punk is going to lose, that's what I want. What I don't want is this bloodline recreation where every Samoan you ever met and their cousin comes out and celebrates with him and the stupid Ulafala and all this bullshit. Do not rehash bloodline again. I'm done and I'm good with it. Again, you
don't want the honorary Uzbek?
He can come out. I'm repeating myself because I maintain the fact I just don't understand how when Rock is part of the board that he can't come to these things. He can't just show up for 10 minutes, do a thing and leave. I don't buy that. Like there's something there.
Well, when you saying that, I was watching, I thought about this. I was at the Cigar Lounge today and I was watching Sports Center and they were interviewing like wrestlers. They were covering they're covering WrestleMania as part of Sports Center.
They've been doing that lately, yeah.
I remember thinking to myself, and then of course I went on Twitter. Why are we covering wrestling on SportsCenter? Equally as insufferable people. I want to see the same Seth Curry highlight 47 times in one episode. Couldn't wait to see the result of that 9-10 matchup. And so, I was
great, Joe.
I was thinking about like what's the thing that makes SportsCenter Monday. What's on Mania that is going to be on SportsCenter? And at the time, I didn't really have it, but I think Brian, what you described makes Sports Center Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Sports Center is the end all be all. It's not what it used to be. But I'm thinking about like what makes the airtime on non-WWE affiliated things.
Well,
Joe, what network is WrestleMania on?
ESPN.
Okay.
There you go.
Everybody's in bed with this now. So like they want the viral moment.
You have the Rock Bottom Roman. It closes the show. The next morning with that freaking loser Greenberg or whatever his name is, that morning show.
You can't trust those Jet fans.
Joe, to quote you, they're not going to be talking about the 9-10 seed of Seth Curry losing to whoever the hell the 10 seed is in the NBA, because I could give two shits about the NBA because it's terrible. The Rock, like, you know how like they used to do like before it was on ESPN, it would be like ESPN does this and Sportskeeda, you know, the Rock is back and all that, like all the different like tweets and everything.
Yeah.
That's the next morning on ESPN. That's what they talk about.
Yeah.
Does he come out to help Roman?
Made them that weekend.
Does he come out to help him, or does he come out after the match is done?
No, I think he needs to help him.
He has to get involved.
Which means he'll come out when the match is done, Lou. Like
I think. But listen,
the worst one.
But that they won't be. That's because ESPN hates hockey. Anyway,
that is the fact.
This is who. Okay, whoever wins the cup wins the big thing. Whoever picks first wins second. That's how it works. Now,
what?
I lost my train of. Second place is first loser. Nobody gives a shit who lost. You win the 31.
The NHL draft isn't even on ESPN though. It's on like
yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's on like TSN.
No, not in this country. I lost my train of thought now.
I asked if Rock helps or comes out at the end of the match.
But that's what creates the moment, because the Rock gives it to him with the purpose of, I'm going to take this from you now. I'm going to take everything from you now. Who put you at the head of the table? Who says you can summon me? I'm the Rock. I'm your boss. And I've said to you from the jump, Rock is Roman's final boss. And that has not been cleared.
That was years ago.
That's Rock's retirement match. That's the last one for Rock, because basically it's title for career.
And he'll also make $1 billion.
It'll $1 billion in every currency you can imagine, in stacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that. You have one of the most entertaining wrestling / movie star / promoter / business guy against one of the most iconic outright winning champion in our generation. And they're related. It's
writes itself. Sure, it writes itself.
That is the biggest match they can have.
If they don't do it, which they're probably not going to.
I think they have to do. Honestly, it's never been set up better. It's actually set up better now than it was at Philadelphia, because the Saudis will give The Rock whatever he wants.
I want to see Danhausen versus Tony Khan at WrestleMania 43. I'm just saying. That would sell tickets.
That would be awesome. But now here's the last question I have on this. Do you want to put the belt back in limbo? Like you said earlier, this is the you couldn't beat Roman title. So now you give Roman the you couldn't beat Roman title, and now he's going to take it away for however long he decides to be on break. Do you want to do that to that title?
To set up Rock Roman with stipulations and value? Yeah, I think that
doesn't need a title. That match doesn't need a title.
If you want to do title versus career, it does.
Yeah, but so in the meantime, who is Roman defending that title against?
He'll defend it at like 3 events between now and then. It's fine.
I don't like that.
I don't know if I like that either. I don't. Because you achieve the same thing if
would it be the first time?
CM Punk. If he helps CM Punk win, you achieve the same goal.
Yes, but again, the difference is the shock moment. I think is more shock if he helps him. What was the bigger shock at 41? Was it when Heyman hit Punk or when Heyman hit Roman? It was the second one. You weren't seeing it, right?
Yeah.
So if shock 1 is Rock comes out to help, great. Shock 2 is he's not here to help. He's here to give you something to take. He's going to give you something to lose.
Yeah, that would make an
I would
all-time
love
moment
it.
for sure.
It has a 2.5% chance of happening, which is 9 percentage points less than the Rangers have of being the number one pick in June. But I would love it. I would love it. That would I would be fine with Punk dropping the belt if that's where you go. If Punk drops the belt for Roman to have it as an accessory and for no like that would just piss me off. Do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, so here's where we go back to, not to stray away from this, but the Gunther Brock saga.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need a title for that kind of match. I'm with Lou. You do not need a title for Roman versus Rock. You don't.
They could fight for the head of the table seat.
I see what you're saying with that, and I like the whole concept. But I think you're overlooking this. This is already built from years ago.
But I also think if that's the case, he doesn't need the belt, which I do agree. You don't need a belt for that kind of match. What's to say? I don't know. I feel like you could still give, like I said, Roman the belt and take it off of him at some point. It wouldn't, especially if the Rock helps to take that belt off.
Money in the Bank. Who's Roman going against? You have to have a title match.
Oh, you have the other title though. You have the WWE Championship. Plus, that Money in the Bank now has the men and the women
for a year. If you're sitting it
on. Okay. Right. So, Money in the Bank. You have 2 separate titles. You're gonna have 2 Money in the Bank matches. Who's taking the briefcase then? This is exactly where we were 2 years ago after we said, okay, after Cody wins, who's his first opponent?
Yeah.
It's deja vu all over again.
That's why that's why I don't think.
Well, so his name has been thrown around a lot lately for Cody, if Cody was to retain.
Yeah, I don't think you want to put that belt in limbo. I really don't think so. It would be an amazing moment for The Rock to do that. But I don't think they want to do that.
Turn John Cena heel and put it in for a moment too. I mean, like they've it's a moment business. I think that creates a bigger moment than just Rock coming out to screw Roman to help Punk.
Or what if this, right? Roman wins and Punk is still in the ring and The Rock's there and he's acting like he congratulates him. Roman, and then Rock just goes like this and just goes right to CM Punk. That's where Joe said it earlier. Corporate Punk. I would love to see that. You want to make Punk a heel, that's what you do.
You know who I would see, but you know who I would turn? If I'm turning anybody corporate, I'm turning Cody corporate.
Nah.
Because then
he's too.
Again, I don't like The Rock being involved in both ends. I think that would be a bad idea, but I've seen that.
Yeah. I also read online just now that Randy might be dealing with a neck issue, leading into his match, like a for real one. So that is not good news.
I think turning Punk heel is it's great.
If you turn
best
Punk
for business,
who's your second biggest face behind Cody?
This right now, currently?
No, you turn Punk. Who's second biggest face behind Cody? Don't tell me LA Knight. Who's
Femi maybe at this point?
That's an early mantle, brother. That's early.
I mean, who else? There's nobody else really.
Which is why maybe the turn does not make sense.
Seth freaking Rollins, I guess, is face now, technically.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's intriguing though.
Final picks. I got Roman winning. I don't like it.
All things considered, I think CM Punk wins it.
Yeah, I do too.
I think CM Punk wins it. All things considered.
I'd be so happy to be wrong. I just don't trust him.
Yeah, it's a coin flip. I'll say CM. That way I got
fantastic. So I'll be right on the other match and be wrong on this one. Everybody's good. We're all happy.
And we're all pushing our chips in on The Rock. Like we're all like betting big on The Rock.
If that does, I'm telling you right now, if he does not show up, all the reviews will be negative. because perception, again, they created this. They did leak it a little. They teased it a little bit. We all think he's going to come. If he doesn't, it sucks.
Yeah.
So that we talked about a couple weeks ago. Like it is what it is. But this is the world we live in.
I also feel like I think they. I mean, I watched that that Unreal episode on Netflix. They explained The Rock's involvement, and they were full of shit. They were like straight up lying. Oh, it's such an organic process, and it was. No one bought that bullshit. I think they know that they need to like rectify that.
They got to fix things. Yeah,
they got to fix that, because the last thing you want is people going, oh man, that's fucking Rock, dude. Come on, man. Like, that's the last thing that you want, is people being like, oh, that, because the whole Travis Scott thing like that, they ruined that angle. It was so bad. I'm convinced half the time The Rock was drunk when he came out, especially how often he was mentioned as tequila. Do I drink my tequila? Okay, thanks, Rock. You got the branding. Good for you, man. I think they have to redeem themselves on a Rock storyline. I feel like that this is really the only way to do it.
And if you're TKO and you're doing all this because you're trying to bring it, he works for you.
And I will say this: I think TKO is being pressure on a lot of fronts. You're starting to see them realize that they need to rate you're starting to see them prove the bottom line is the most important thing. You're starting to see that with Dana White becoming like slightly less political recently. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched Pat McAfee, but they're bringing UFC to Philly, and him and Josh Shapiro were like, making out on TV basically. I think that TKO is like, you are seeing that they are making decisions based on what's best for the business,
the bottom line.
And
corporate.
So I do think they know they have to redeem the Rock storyline from a business standpoint.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us until 12:04 a.m. on the Eastern. We didn't mean to go 2.5 hours, but this is what happens when we start talking wrestling.
Something big is going to happen.
It's WrestleMania build-up, man. WrestleMania.
It is what it is. Thank you all for spending time with us. Your comments, your questions, that was fantastic. Feel free, again, hang around, like, follow, share. We appreciate that. We'll try to get back at some point, maybe the week after Mania or something, just to kind of recap everything. Enjoy it. Starting tomorrow, it's 4 straight days of actual, people watching wrestling, not talking about watching wrestling in a warehouse. So this is so. All right.
Wear your deodorant.
Buy it first. Don't steal it. That's why it's behind those things now. Yeah, I can't go into a store and buy it. I gotta ask somebody with a key.
Damn, that's brutal. That's brutal.
It's not good. All right, boys. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.